yesterday it took me about an hour to go live on for the Angry Black Men's Book Club. I had everything. It just erased stuff. And you know what happened? The very show format that I had with all the information that I couldn't find disappeared. It showed up on my YouTube channel, but I
Yes, sir.
couldn't find it in StreamYard. I know I typed it. People say, "Oh, you should," but yeah, you know what it's like to put all the information up and it disappears. And
Right.
and that's a tech person. They don't think that people do little shit like that. But I used to be the tech person for one of the things, and you could do stuff to mess with people. Yes, you could, and the person couldn't prove that it was happening to them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, real quick, brother Short, before we get into what we need to get into, y'all, uh, first and foremost, let me sound off and salute the people that are in the chat checking in with us for Pat Talk number 22. Salute. Salute to Devin in the building right off the top. Salute to Sister Devin in the building. Gunshot for Devin. Let's see who else is in the building right there. That's off top. Let's see who else is in here. All my brother Next Level in the building. Brother Next Level, salute to you, brother Next Level. Gunshot for Next Level. Who else is in here? Let's see who else is in the building. Oh, we got our brother Q from Let's Talk 2. Salute, brother Q. Gunshot for Q. Salute, Q. Salute. Tap in, Q, if you free. Tap in, player. Let me see, man. A couple things that we want to, a couple announcements I think we need to get out right in front here, and then probably circle back on these announcements, sir. First and foremost, I want to let everybody know, if you would like to get your Black American merch, all right, you got it right here on the screen. Go ahead and visit FromTheSoil.tv. Put on section, get your Black American Heritage Flag Converses. Go ahead and get those. Those are very fly. Or you can get your Black American Heritage Flag apron. Salute to all of those who have made their purchases. We appreciate y'all, man, supporting and riding with us over here. Definitely. Let me see who's in the... Oh, I got my sister in the building. Sister Righteous. Hail to the year. Peace, sis. Peace to you. Gold shop for Sister Righteous. Salute to this sis. Salute to my sis, man. Thanks for coming through. We're going to cook on something for you. We definitely going to cook on some nice stuff for you today here. A few other announcements that we need to make that are necessary, ladies and gentlemen. We here at the Patriarch Hub of Black Man Empowerment and Forward, we are going to be doing our first Patriarch Summit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We're going to be doing our first Patriarch Summit coming to you in August, the month of August. Let me go ahead and put this thing up for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So now, if you're looking for more information on what we're going to get shaking over here on this side, you can go ahead and email Brother Dr. Randy Short. You got his email there on that flyer. WRandyShort@gmail.com, or you can email my administrator at Bloodline Films. Will hit y'all back up. Bloodline Films TV@gmail.com for more details about this summit that's going to be rolling out in August, y'all. This is particularly designed to really educate the men that you love in your homes, also to provide real value that they can then take from this summit and apply in real life, whether it be financially, protectively, health-wise. We got a lot of different speakers and different things that are going to be coming out. So definitely, you want to hear a little bit more details about this, you can email Brother Randy Short or myself and I'll get the message from my administrator. Brother Randy Short, Dr. Randy Short, you want to talk about that a little bit more
Yes,
regarding this summit?
we're looking for speakers and presenters. We want to make certain that it's not a bunch of fluff and BS. A lot of folks constantly have things, and we're doing this and we're doing that, and people don't learn anything. Nothing's gained. So we're looking for people that are experts on health, mental health, psychology. We want folks who can talk about business and so forth, in particular in terms of micro business, things that can empower people as well. Folks who understand what can be done regarding folks in need, in particular black men, whether in the prison system, outside. We're looking for people that are concerned about where black men are. We want folks who know about child support reform. We've got to fix things and we got to find out where each other are. We want farmers. We want business people. We want folks that know about insurance. We need herbalists. You know, in fact, and certain people give people 20 or 30 minutes or put people on panels. We have people, but we don't want to miss anything that we could present. I believe in content. I like for folks to know stuff. I don't want you to come around me and not be any better for having dealt with me. You understand what I'm saying? Some folks don't want better for people. I do. I want folks to do better. So, I want folks to think about that. I want folks to think about that and join us. If you can't come, send a donation. Uh, if you can't send a donation, let other people know that black men are going to retake the family. We've got to lead. We've got to lead.
And that's a fact, brother Dr. Short. And I want to say this real quick. I see we got Akeem the Great in the building. Salute to Akeem the Great. I like that name. I like that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, to be very clear, I know I come with the nigga shit, but ultimately the goal is to always provide you with value. And you can't leave that value left on the internet. It needs to turn into something in real life. So
That's
this is
right.
part of what we're going to be doing here. So August the 24th, ladies and gentlemen, if you already want to contribute to this, we are open to it. Definitely hit my Cash App, $FTS49, or you can hit my brother Dr. Randy Short's Cash App, ladies and gentlemen, to contribute as well. And you see it on the screen, $Dr. Randy Short. Okay? And this will be held tentatively at the Thurgood Marshall Center in Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Thurgood Marshall Center in Washington, D.C.
We got to pay them, and it's black owned, black run, and we want to pay them on time.
That's right.
And we want to
So,
hire black security and have black vendors. If folks want to be vendor sponsors, think about how you can help. You don't have to be a super big business, but we can say to you, between Chef and I alone, and if we add brother Q, we're reaching tens of thousands of people in
that's a
so many
fact.
weeks or months. We can be advertising for folks, and they spend money. We need to look at creating an economy amongst ourselves, for ourselves.
Right. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, again, Black August, we know the significance of it. We understand that. Again, if you want to reach out to us for more details, you can hit my brother Randy Short, wrandyshort@gmail.com, or you can hit my administrator up at Bloodline Films TV, and she'll relay the message, and we'll have a conversation that we need to have regarding that. So, with that being said, now that we got the commercials out, ladies and gentlemen, did get out here in the streets. Now, Brother Randy Short hit me up and he talked about a young lady. I see you, Brother Vader. Tap in, brother. That link is in there. Anybody else, y'all feel free, y'all Patreon fellas, feel free to tap in right off GP. The link is in there again. Now, me and Brother Randy Short, he hit me up and he's talking. He says, yo, listen, Chef, you know, I've really been paying attention. Did you hear about the lady who stomped out the child? And I said, what accident?
Oh Lord, no accident.
So, Brother Short, I mean, if you can elaborate on what took place with that, because then we'll get into some Diddy. I know y'all like the nigga shit. But we want to talk about the lady right off the top. What happened with that incident? What was her name in particular?
I don't have the name. There's so many of these things I'm looking at. I just know I sent it to you. I look at it and sometimes I just don't remember. But it's plain and simple. This young black woman had an ex and she wanted to woo him back. And what she did was she videotaped herself stomping the head of her baby boy, thinking that that could make him want her. That's one story. There's another story of a woman in Houston, Texas, setting her daughter on fire because her boyfriend was having sex with her and the daughter told her. And those are both important because we don't talk about black women and child abuse. There are a lot of monster black women out there that walk free because we have a pussy is an American Express card that people don't leave home without. Therefore, we don't question. We can talk about male predators, male pedophiles,
right,
men that are and it's awful, horrific, but we at least have that as a subject. But women are the leading killers and abusers of children in our community and all communities. And it's at frightening rates. Did you hear about the black woman in Florida who tied her son up and threw him in a swimming pool and drowned him? There are all these cases of women murdering children, particular preference for male. For all this discussion of sexism and anti-womanness, women do horrible things to men, young boys, and by the way, even their target for abortion. And so this hatred of black men in our community is completely seen as a woman's rights. I hate misogyny and I hate misogyny just as much. And by the way, there is no movement that I see anywhere of black women addressing the abuse of children. All these missing children have mothers. Why isn't there a movement amongst black women to fight trafficking for their children, right? You kick the man out, you want the child support, he's not shit. Now the child that you use as a grift,
right?
You don't even look when a kid's missing, you're not saying shit.
Sure, I like that. Nobody has ever said the child is being used as a grift.
The child is a grift.
We can attach, grift gets attached to everything else except for these deadbeat mothers. Okay? So I want you, you go into that a little heavier for them, Brother Dr. Short, because again, why can't society look at or treat women with the same veracity that they treat a particular man in the case when they think he's grifting?
Well, it's very simple. It is treated seriously when it's a white woman because white babies matter. In a sense, black women are seen as allies in the destruction of black people. Okay, this is why in all the cities where blacks are being destroyed and dispossessed, a good number of them have black women mayors. Cop City, now that you've got a black male mayor in Atlanta, that was being conceived when they had black women mayors, which means they were there in the plan, they knew all about it. Now, she got out of there, and the guy, he may be no good, but Cop City was already in motion when he got there. It's interesting. At least, thank God he's a man. If the mayor had been female, and I'm going to say this about black women, you guys have an accountability aversion problem. All of you, period. And black men have a woman aversion
All right,
accountability
talk that
problem
talk. Come on, come on.
because they want pussy. Therefore, I don't want to bring up their issues because I need to get some. So if men don't hold women accountable and women don't hold women accountable, the children and the family gets destroyed. And we don't give a damn how much college debt or degrees you have. You guys are failing completely. You're miserable failures. Child abuse is at an all-time high. People taking children from families. You're the ones, the spear tip of the kids who don't know what sex they are, have a single mother in the household who's confused. God damn, what do you ladies get right? And they didn't pick a marriageable dude to sleep with either. So they've got incredibly poor pussy management skills.
Oh, come on. That's crazy, man.
Yes,
Ladies and
poor
gentlemen,
pussy management skills. Yes, I said it. Bad pussy management skills. I
Dr.
mean,
Dr. Short, you're redefining PMS.
yeah.
listen, I want to first and foremost salute to brother Vader in the building. Yes, man. Brother, again, you know this. I just found that article, brother Dr. Short, the woman stomping out the child.
Stomped out the child. And
And
watch, she'll get a break. She was having a problem. No man could stomp a child and be pardoned, and he shouldn't be. But shouldn't we? Off with these hoes' heads when you do this to children. To hell with it. I don't care if you have a pussy. I'm not getting any. So I don't have any skin in saving your ass. If you're out brutalizing kids, killing kids, and in fact, they should have, they're lucky. I always wanted, God, just for 1 year, let me be dictator of black America. There'd be a 3 strikes and you're out for abuse with women. And if you did the child wrong 3 times within a year, no more child support. The custody would go to the father.
right.
Black men are raising 20% of the kids alone anyway. It's interesting that you don't have the same rates of abuse and abandonment and missing children with men who don't get the social help and benefits that women do. They fuck up more with more help. And yet there's nobody singing or talking about single black men raising children. That's unsung. The children turn out better with the dad than with the mom.
That's a
That's
fact.
really, that's, so this queen of civilization, and forgive me, for all you Pan-Africanists, liar, matriarchal, promoted, fuck y'all. You're liars. You're grifters. They run around, damn them, all of them. They have I call them goofy koofies. Always got a kufi on and what,
This
whatever
man is
the
a fool.
whatever the hell norm exists for people, you're against it because that makes you look cool. You call it Eurocentric. It's not Eurocentric that your child's pussy isn't being sold because mama wants to have her cable bill paid. Let's talk about crack. And I'm thinking about my friend, Mr. Teixeira from New York, who's a social worker, telling me about the case that he had of the mother whose child had to keep having a stomach pump because it was full of semen because she would let her hungry baby suck on people's dicks to get her crack at a cut rate. And this happened. Oh, yes, it did happen. And you know what? No one talks about that. You know why? As disloyal as black women are to black men, we've been covering for black women's bullshit no matter how bad things are because
That's a fact.
manhood is always to protect and defend. And it seems as if what this, as I call it, the femininity gap or the femininity gap in our community is that black women don't know how to be women and they do know how to act like dudes. And they're failing at being women. They're failing at mothers. They're failing at everything. You got the highest divorce rate. You got the highest school dropout. Everywhere you point to for where black women could shine, and you can't blame white people for all of this. It's a zero. You look at Palestinian women. Palestinian men for the last 80 years have been broken by the Israeli opposition and oppression and colonization of Palestinians. You will never see Palestinian women anywhere trashing Palestinian men collectively. You can get black women who had perfectly wonderful lives and fathers on TV writing books and novels denigrating black men. Until a day comes where somebody's books are burned publicly, I suggest Alice Walker. That's my first choice. We need to raise hell with this kind of stuff, because if I started writing books, in fact, let me just talk about my aunt who's deceased. My aunt used to coach her daughter on how to be fucked by her father. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it. Okay? And I'm mad because there's a lot of hate that the women and part of my family have for men. But what kind of woman sits and watches the husband screw the child and give pointers to the daughter? Isn't she part of the pedophilia? Is it just him? He's wrong. And this man married subsequently, and each woman he got with initially put up with him screwing the kids.
Oh, hell.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about this. So, yes, certain family members, don't talk to me. Family, you know who I'm talking about. Don't call me. If we can't talk about this shit, you run around with attitudes and talk about men and shit. Yeah, your father fucked y'all. I'm sorry. Don't disrespect black men collectively. Ask, how could your mother, who you put up on a pedestal, allow it?
Right. Go there.
Coach it. Look the other way. And it's happening all the time. That's why on my show I called it the Deadly Games Pork Chop Feminist Play. What happens in the black community, 50% of what's fucked up is black women's fault. In fact, if you've got most of the families, then it's more than 50%. You're disloyal, you're dishonest, you're grifters, you're liars. You celebrate LGBTQ, but when a nigga gives you AIDS because he swings both ways, you're mad at black men. Half of you guys are bisexual, and yet you imagine the dude in prison locked up did what you do. You're free and you chose to be deviant. He don't got a lot of choices in prison. If you don't want dudes to screw each other in prison, where's the movement for conjugal visitation in prisons, black women? Why aren't you guys fighting for these hundreds of thousands of black men that are kept in jail who haven't had a trial?
Right.
Why aren't you advocating? Palestinian women do it while being bombed. Every other group of women in the world fight for their men except for our women. Caribbean women get raped, abandoned, beaten, cheated on. You'll never see a Jamaican woman mouthing off at Jamaican men. You just don't. There's one group of women that do it. In fact, we'll never have a movement for freedom in this country for black people until black women. In fact, we need to have tribunals. The Palestinians had it. The Black Panthers had it. We need to have tribunals. And all the traitors, gender
Short,
traitors.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
First of all, where's your website? And secondly, which is my real question is, do you have just some short bullet points on the top things ailing art? Because week after week you're spitting out all this knowledge, and we need just some bullet points on what are our top things that we should be just when we go to whatever these reparations rallies or these come-togethers. If there's a podium at the Juneteenth festival,
Right.
what would be your top three things that you would just boom, 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 we got to get this shit out of our community?
Boom. Feminism has to go. It's the biggest problem that we have. Feminism, all of that. I mean, the books, what they're doing in the schools, what they're doing. We must get rid of this idea that there's no male, no female. right? This non-binary, all this stuff. I mean, if you don't have an idea of father and mother, if you don't have an idea of family, if you're destroying that, everything else is gone. The only people pushing to destroy family are the pork chop feminists. The feminist movement is an enemy of black people. It has to go. It has to completely go. Number
Can
two,
I share? Can I share with you an example of that point?
yes.
Because you spoke a little bit about it, but just the biggest, I have two daughters that are graduating this week, twins this week, and then they're off to college. And we've had only one, like, really knockdown, drag out disagreement. And it's over what they're being taught in these schools as far as allowing all this LGBT stuff in their schools.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest fight that I've had with my children, and you're speaking to it. So I just wanted to give that personal anecdote.
Feminism is the horse on which pedophilia, LGBTQ, transgenderism, and all this other stuff rides into town. They are using trauma and legitimate grievances that some women have as a justification to destroy everything. And the women don't see that. And alongside feminism is what I call fagonism. These are black male feminists who basically...
So you were getting there.
Come on. Hey, listen real quick. Hold on, brother. Sure. Salute to the over 45 with us in the building, right? Well, the over 40 with us in the building. Salute to y'all. Let me go to the chat.
Oh, but Chef, I want to answer his question. Yes, I don't have a website to discuss these issues. I'm not a tech person. I want to have one. And it's not just me. I know other people.
I'm gonna sync up. I'm gonna get you there. We're gonna talk after the show, and I'm gonna get you there.
And also, I need you to meet my tech friend. I know you're very busy. Who's in New York? I told Chef I've got a guy who has some of your skill sets and then some others. You guys need to talk. What I do, because I don't claim to have all these ideas. First and foremost, I'm a connector. I'm not the smartest person. Francis Cress Welsing, all these other people. What I try to do is weave it together. We have all of these brilliant people that are dealing with these issues. Like, I've got two books right here by Dorothy Roberts. She's a feminist, but she's got some great ideas. This lady here. Okay, she's got this book. She's got these two books. That's why I have a book club to try to read to people and get the information out before folks that'll listen. A lot of the times there's a disconnect between the people who know what's going on and the people that need to hear, and even how it's articulated. Okay, and so as a teacher, I would be criticized for how I explain something to students. But they would learn. They would want me to talk above them. No, if I have to pussy dick my way through talking about a liberation struggle, then I'll explain dicks and pussy, one side's dick, one pussy, right? And so that everybody knew what I was talking about once I got through. I would be told.
Now, hold it right there, brother Short. Hold it. And this is what once I want to go to a comment here. But real quick, before I do that, I gotta salute to my brother Mark from the soil in the building. Salute, Mark. Yeah, brother Dr. Short, here's a comment for you, sir. Check this out. Righteous in the comment section says, Sister Righteous says, hold on. She said, and being all that negative things you just rolled off, and yet we birthed to you. We birthed you.
Yeah.
So a lot.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't birth it alone. Somebody helped you. Stop acting like childbirth is just what women do. That's insane. That's part of the problem. It's as if men are just out here and women are the root of everything. Women are part of the root. Get it through your head. Feminism, that's some feminist stuff there. Or woman, woman, woman. No, it's woman and man, woman and man, woman and man. And I never act like men produce children. Men are part of the production of children. And yes, they birth children, but they birth them to the worst of men in our race deliberately. They bypass the righteous ones and pick the worst ones and then scream at those of us who are listening, because the abusive, sociopathic black man that would punch that woman out of existence, if she even said that to him, she would never address him. It would only be pointed towards a black man of conscience. Why? Black women don't respect integrity and dignity in black men. They do in white men. Proof of that is a black woman will share income and even take a white man of a lower income and never divorce him. A black man, regardless of the income or education, is still going to end up divorced because there's a respect problem. And so her comment shows the disrespect. Suck it up. Y'all are failing. And it doesn't matter. In fact, one is killing 60% of the babies anyway. And disproportionately, they're ending up in child and family services when they get here. They can't read. They can't write. They're filling the jails. They're committing suicides. They're on drugs. Yes, there's racism and all that stuff to give the outcome. But where is the movement, as I asked? If all of this is happening, if feminism, to blame black men for what white men and white women are doing to black people, that's insanity.
Well, with that being
And don't
said,
tell me how many babies you had. That isn't the issue. Did you have the baby and did you do all that you could to arm and prepare that baby? In fact, starting off by getting with a righteous man versus what we tend to see and what is pushed akin to, you said some talking points, feminism must go along with fagonism, and we must reject the black boule Freemason elite because they have the they're in all of this stuff is resolvable. It is fixable. We are not a terminal case. I know people that work in prisons that their biggest problem is fighting black folks who are comfortable, that will resist them. And who would think a black judge, a black lawyer, a black doctor, good? Why are they fighting? We need a regime change in our race. And it can't be nice or delicate. People that don't get it need to be told to shut up. You can't have a democratic struggle for survival where you let everybody vote and put their opinion in. Because if a dumbass person that says, I like white supremacy and my rectum is a vagina and you don't know, if enough of them, then they win. We're the only people, in fact, that allow the sentimentalism. And I'll say this to you. This is going to have to be a discussion among men. We have way too many opinionated, feministic type females who contribute to the discussion. And that's where the weak men come in. Because the second we start talking about the eugenics, which is to wipe us out in general, if you notice, the only thing that the Democratic nominee for president of this country is offering black people is to kill our children. And there's no outcry from black women. How dare you tell me about having a baby? Tell me about why doesn't bother people. There's no outcry for the missing women, that black women are enslaved in this country, and none of these black women's organizations are fighting for black women enslaved. You know why? Because black women that make it are narcissists. Okay, the black women organizations, or as I call them, society bitches, only look out for people in their class and on their level. You have record black homelessness in this country. Who was the Secretary of Housing for 3 years? A black feminist who I believe is gay. While black women are thrown into the streets, while more money is given to illegals who can have men live with them in public housing and housing, It's a black woman that sits up and does this, who's a Delta Sigma Theta, or as I say, a dyke man hater. This is what we've got. And yes, it's hard to hear, get used to it. Black men must start saying it. If we can't say it to each other, we won't say it to white folk or anyone else. And so grow up. Get used to your feelings getting hurt. Black men's feelings get hurt, and they put us in supermax prisons. That doesn't happen to you. And let me just mention, black women are disproportionately raped in the United States military and prisons. Where's the movement? They could talk about Diddy and they could talk about R. Kelly. Why don't poor black women that get raped in the schools? By the way, dominated by AKAs and Deltas in Chicago and in Atlanta, where black girls get taken advantage of. Silence. I mean, and so, yeah, y'all have babies. That's about all folk do is have babies, but do you parent them? Do you mother them? And that doesn't just mean take care of your child. I know because my mother was active in PTA. And you go to PTA at school, 2,000 students, and you might get 4 or 5 moms show up. It's and the mothers who showed up are the kids who are high achievers. There's been a Roman holiday of race suicide that's been going on among sisters for the last 60 years. And it's high time black men start calling it foul. And I do. Hate me, I'm right. And by the way, all these sisters dying everywhere because they've got to use chemicals that the Chinese and others make to kill folks. Anybody that tries to say people wear your hair natural, they don't want to hear this. Anytime we start talking about survival and making it, y'all got an opinion. Shut the fuck up.
Listen here. Brother Short, ladies and gentlemen, that's Dr. Short, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, to be very clear, this, when we were talking about the lady, and I got to salute real quick to Sister Vina in the building. Gunshot for Vina. Man, salute to the over 50 plus in here in the building as well, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to y'all in here. Sound off in the chat. Now, if y'all ain't hear about this young lady, we talking about not even like 24 hours ago, y'all. Lady stomping the head of this kid, little baby. You know, getting his head stomped out by this chick right here. This is your sale at fair use.
Well, it's black men's fault. You know, it's the black man's fault. He shouldn't have left her. Everything is black men's fault. So it's a black man's fault. Maybe we'll make friends. Let me start simping. Let me start pussy baking. It's a brother's fault. It's his fault. She would have never done that. No black woman ever do nothing like that. It's just what we black men, if we would just be more sensitive, cook more, spend more time, compliment, read poetry, learn how to make tasty recipes, do more, flip us up. Okay, everything is our damn fault. Everything is our fault. Everything is our fault. Nothing's on them. Accountability, y'all have an aversion to it. And it hurts. And if you don't like accountability, stop talking about equality, because equality and accountability go together. Certain folks want equality without responsibility.
Right. Well, you know what, Brother Short? Let me read on this a touch. I got Brother Vader in here, and I got you in here, and the rest of the fellas gonna be tapping in shortly. But let's read on to this thing a little bit. I mean, again, this is a teenager. Okay, somebody's mic is hot. I got a little back sound. Could you mute your mic? We are dealing with this girl. She's 18 years old. Okay, let's read on this a touch. Now, this happened not even a whole 2 days ago, y'all.
Jesus.
But anyhow, a teen mom allegedly sent photos of herself appearing to stomp on the head of her 10-month-old baby in a twisted plot to win back her ex, y'all. This shit, now,
I got questions.
This is crazy. It didn't, she went a lot further than homegirl who act like she got kidnapped and saw a butt naked baby on the side of the road. What was that chick name again? In the chat.
Oh, I can't remember.
What's the
But
chick?
I got a question for you, Chef, because
Yes, sir.
because they do this, right? And this is intentional. And so I got to figure out here, right? They're saying a teen mom, right, stomped the head of her 10-month-old baby in a twisted plot to win back her ex. Is the baby is this the baby of the ex or not? One, because it sounds like not, which means that she was out here wilding, right? And then, which is probably why she lost him, because he probably got that Maury letter that said he ain't the one, right? So we gotta weigh all of this stuff, and so yeah, I need information.
Well, I'm gonna get into it for the family.
Yeah, keep going.
Salute to my brother next. Oh, damn, Sister Star just came through with the salute to Sister Star. That's our sis right there. Salute. Salute to my brother next level. Yeah, the chick that was out there said she got
Carly
snapped
Russell.
up. You know, Carly Russell said she saw the butt naked baby on the side of the road,
Right.
trying to help and shit. You know,
He's out there slanging.
but now you got this chick out here. You know, women, y'all can't be getting to that kind of a desperate level for companionship. This can't be that.
After all, black men aren't shit, so it can't. And dicks are a penny a dozen, so it can't be that you're desperate, because none of us is shit. That's what certain people say. Not that we believe that. Not that it's true, but that's the conversation. Black men ain't shit.
Right.
Salute to our brother Q in the building, joining the pack. Yeah. Salute to brother Q.
After I was driving and heard Dr. Short body slamming, he was cooking all types of stuff up while
Yeah, he was flaming. Just
I
no
had to
walls.
pull over at Dollar General and get some batteries. He was going off so much. But the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where y'all was at because I had to, jump out the truck and then set up my computer. But it's absolutely right about they can run around and do certain things that
Alabama
we can't
Kid,
do.
my email is
nobody
out
says
there,
nothing.
so just
And
email
just
me.
like he said,
WRandyShort
it's
at
an American
Gmail.
Express
I
card.
respond to
and it's sad
emails.
because it's like
I do. I try
Wait a
to
minute.
write people back. I try to.
ain't nobody pushing back. They ain't pushing back because they too busy, don't want to rock the boat.
Where the men at or where the women at, brother Q?
But they're gonna
Because
follow.
men-
They're gonna follow their men.
Mhm.
They're gonna follow their men.
But the men are following their penises, which means that means the
Exactly.
men follow the women. So it's like a dog trying to eat his tail. Okay, that's black men. I'm sorry. Brothers are sorry. The world will not run out of intercourse if you stand up. You've been lied to. Oh,
Well,
hey, Hatcher.
Well, real quick, gentlemen, I want to salute
How
my
you
sister
doing?
Star saying in the chat. Unfortunately, for some women, if the baby doesn't keep the man, motherhood becomes a burden. Salute to my damn sister Star.
That right there is a confession.
That ain't a bubble fact. That's an amble fact.
Man, that's a man.
Woo.
I
That's
just
an
took some
amble
sea
fact.
moss.
Salute to the over 60 plus in the building with us right now. Ladies, do y'all disagree or agree with Sister Star's sentiment here? Is your value only through your man? I want to hear from y'all now.
What that man can do.
This is a sister keeping it 100 with your sisters. Ain't no brother Dr. Short, because some of y'all got a little spicy with brother Short. You didn't think brother Short is delivering a little too hard to you.
Yeah. Well,
Don't blame it on Dr. Shea. He's just a messenger.
Let brother Short.
feminism basically says all men are always wrong all the time. Women are goddesses. Men are evil. Men are undeserving of women at all. There's just nothing a man can do except, just die off. If you've ever read the Scum Manifesto, where a feminist talks about, basically men should just cut their things off and let women be happy. I mean, it's insane, and this is in our community, and it must be stopped. It has to be. And Kevin Samuels, oh wait a minute, we gotta honor Kevin
Oh
Samuels.
yeah,
Come on,
goddamn.
yes,
Yeah, you officially back in the building, brother Short. We cannot allow this to go on without addressing
Kevin
this.
Samuels,
You
yes,
know,
Lord,
keeping the honorable in the forefront here, ladies and
yes.
gentlemen. Okay, so before we
Never a
continue,
man spoke like this man. Never a man spoke like this man. Man of all ages, given with power. Certainly, Kevin Samuels was a man of an hour. Never a man spoke like this man.
brother Dr. Short, I just got one question. Do you have your libation, sir? In this moment,
I do have a libation.
cannot hear you, sir. Your mic is mute, sir. Cannot
Yes,
hear
I
you.
have a libation.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got to take a nice 5 seconds in the honor of the great one here before we resume, ladies and gentlemen. The great one he's on the rise again. The the Patriarch Summit is inspired by the Honorable One, ladies and gentlemen, to be very clear. August the 24th, Thurgood Marshall Center, Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. For details, of
Brother
course, you can
Hatcher,
email myself
my
and,
Cash
of
App
course, brother
Hatcher
Dr. Randy Short
is $ Dr.
to get
Randy
more
Short.
details about that. Ladies and
Dr.
gentlemen, keep it
Randy
locked with us and
Short is
also
my Cash App.
contribute to what we got going on here. You see Dr. Short's Cash App, hit his Cash App, hit my Cash App. We will be holding this thing August the 24th. Black August, right? Thurgood Marshall, Washington, D.C. Thurgood Marshall Center, y'all. Okay?
Wow.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is necessary that we take the true 5 seconds for the Honorable One because Tyrese is crying right now, so we got to put him on the shelf for a little bit. Tyrese, don't cry. I know the girl got the bag out you. But we bringing it back to the Honorable One here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So a good 5 seconds for Kevin Samuels, the Honorable One. In the gracious name of him, the Highness Kevin.
Kevin.
Yes, indeed. Salute to the all plus in the building with us right now. The chat going crazy. Salute to everybody. Aha! Oh, we got the brother Cut the Check in the building. Gunshot for Cut. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to finish reading on this for y'all. It is necessary that I finish reading on this. Salute to everybody that's in the building with us. Okay? I wanna read on this,
Kevin.
y'all, because again,
Kevin.
we gotta try to figure out the motive for this psychopath. She's a psychopath. I'm not gonna tickle her. She done stomped out a baby. Okay? I'm not tickling this villain here. Alicia Bria is the name. 18 years old, from Hollywood, Florida, was arrested and charged with 1 count of child cruelty without causing great bodily harm after she sent the image to the child's father, according to law. What? She also sent it to a friend who was alarmed that she reported her friend stomping on her baby, according to the affidavit obtained by the outlet. Let's continue to see what else is going on in here. Bree stated she was upset. Let me see. I think we got a little background noise. Could you mute your mics? Are hot, gentlemen. Can you mute your mics? Got a little background noise. All right. Bree stated that she was upset with the baby father and sent him a picture of her stepping with her right foot on the baby's head to see if the baby's father would come back to her. Broward County deputies wrote in the affidavit of a probable cause according to Law and Crime. Bree stated she and the baby father had broken up earlier that day, and she was very upset. So you stomping out the kid because you got it. These are villains. These are terrorists. This is a terrorist.
But you know what? I want to mention this isn't uncommon. Okay, if there's certain things on Instagram where children are being starved to death all over the country by mothers. I know I had a friend from New York named Eric DeBarros, and Eric DeBarros's ex would swat him, would always try to get the police to beat him up or arrest him when he came to see the child on the day that he had appointed. Where these women get men killed. This should be a crime. Part of what Pat Talk and we must do is to make it criminal for a woman to lie on her father and jail that bitch like a thug to get the dad killed or beaten. And the police are beating him up when he comes to see the kids. And there's no crime in that. You see, there was a point in history where women didn't have certain protections. I'm glad the women have the protections. But now that women are more powerful, the law needs to be adjusted to deal with that power that they've gotten. So all this lying about paternity, which is it's at least a third of the children, the women are lying. That's a lot of liars. It's much higher, I would suspect, in the black community.
Right.
And as much as we talk about worthless black men, we got to talk about that's why I like Romans 3. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God, not just black men. These hoes have messed up, have done wrong, and it takes two to tango. It takes two to have a community full of pathology. It took two black men and black women to make black Wall Streets and communities. It was cooperation and mutual respect. And when that's lost, it means both parties are guilty.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, what's been the response to that? As our women have run to feminism. Wow. Let's double down on blaming black men, attacking what they call patriarchy. I mean, do you really think, by the way, it's interesting. They don't like heterosexual patriarchy, but these same women, like the stupid ass black basketball coach that wants males playing women's sports. Okay. How many women are going to get their asses kicked and skulls cracked and beaten in sports because the women don't mind sodomite patriarchy, but they have a problem with heterosexual patriarchy because that's what happens when you put a man in women's sports. He dominates. You put a man in swimming, he dominates. I mean, you want that? You want a person head of health and human services that looks like a predator, peppermint patty from Peanuts, that weird looking thing, Levine? The women don't have a complaint about that.
Oh no.
They don't have a complaint about girls' breasts being cut off. All of this madness going on seems to not bother folks as long as it's not done. As long as it's not a nuclear family with the man at the head of it, everything is good. Which says to me, which is why I don't want to hear I don't want to hear what a lot of folks say. What a lot of people see as normal is anarchy. And yet these same people who want anarchy in the black community, in fact, it's a type of black self-hatred in our women, because when they get with the Latino dude, they learn how to work within the nuclear and family system of Latinos. They get with an Indian or an Asian, China, they learn. Get with the black dude, want to fight him on everything he says. Black men do more child care. Black men are more likely to raise their children. Everything that these goddamn racist feminists say men should do, black men do it. And you know what? Whose women complain and divorce and bitch the most? Ours do. Which says that doing what people are told to do doesn't bring peace or resolution. Do you know why? Because feminism at its core, a little lesbian Jewish woman named Judith Butler, when they explain what feminism is really about to do is to destroy the concept of womanhood, that there's no such thing as women and there's no such thing as men. Okay, that's the real drive of feminism, is to destroy, because there's no real such thing as biological sex. And our dumbass women who don't really read what these white holes are putting together at these universities, but it seems cool if you can get a dyke lawyer in court to steal all the money from a black man, you think they're cool. These same white women own black women when they were slaves. And these same white women would offer a black woman $2 a day to clean her house, and when she didn't have the money, would give her some fried potatoes and tell her to get out before I called the sheriff. Black women were slaves to white women up until the 1960s in their homes. You hoes have forgotten who the fuck you are. You need to talk to some of these old women who had to clean up and deal with white folks and worry about getting raped by the husband and then the white wife beating you and all this kind. Black women have a major disconnect with reality. And we need to remind them. My grandmother was a maid. My grandmother was harassed by white men and possibly white women when she worked with them. Who was protecting them? It wasn't the police. It was my grandfather. All this idea and so there's a lot of garbage in our community. Our children need.
Hold on, brother Dr. Short. Let me do this, because we got a couple things in the chat, but I gotta salute the over 90 plus in the building with us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, the wolf is in the building.
I'm sorry.
Brother Juan J. Johnson, sir, the ordained one himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the fellas on the panel right now. The brothers is in the building. We got Brother Q, we got Brother Vader. These are all men of substance, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Dr. Short, right? Brother, it's men of substance that are actually doing things in real life on this panel right now. And salute to the fellas and ladies in the community chat right now that get things done in real life. I salute y'all, man. Sound off in the chat. I see y'all in there. Okay? Brother Juan, though. Brother Juan, sir. You know, it is necessary that I give you your time to talk today on this Sunday, sir. And we're looking at a savage of a woman. I gotta give her the right kind of name and the credence that she's earned. She earned this. Okay? This scolding. Brother Juan, how does the walking over her corpse look to you, sir? How do you proceed with doing that? Because I'm sure you intend to do just that, which is walk over this corpse as well, sir.
Yes, I am walking over that corpse. Literally. You know, Dr. Short said something some time ago. He said, our desire to save people cannot be greater than their people's desire to save themselves.
That's a fact.
That's by Dr. Short.
Salute to our brother.
So the young lady who, that speaks to an even deeper hatred for our children.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep, man. Because everybody embraced this idea of woman and nurturing.
Bullshit. That went out in the 50s and 60s.
But we forget about Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, where you gonna go? Yeah.
We forget about
Where you
Cinderella.
gonna go?
We forget about all those stories. The Wicked Stepmother. That shit's real.
Can we go there?
Yes,
Let's
we can
on.
go
We gotta
there.
go on it. Yes.
We talk about Hansel and Gretel right here. The candy, the house, and this wicked woman who wanted to kill the children.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we get a lot of wicked women out here who don't love their children.
1 second, Brother Wolf. Hold it right there. Let me send a salute and appreciation to my brother, Next Level. Sound the alarm. Please, a gunshot. We gotta drop the flesh pound from our brother, Next Level. Next Level says, I will be at the Patriarch Summit, gentlemen. I ride with that. Salute the brother, Next Level in the building. Right now, Brother Juan, you got the flow, sir. Salute.
Look here, you guys been cooking so much. I just had to tap in. Dr. Short was 1,000% correct in everything he said. I stand 10 toes down, 8 fingers, and 2 thumbs too. Okay. We need. Look, how can we need that hard reality check, man? We don't have the luxury to be soft anymore.
Right.
We look here. If we want to see our collective around for the next 100 years, at the way we're going, we're not going to see them.
You know, can I say something, Brother Juan?
Yes.
The hatred of this woman stopping this child's head is just one. I see hatred when I go to the store and I see a morbidly obese black mom shopping, and the basket cart is full of ramen noodles and other pre-diabetes riven food, so she doesn't have to do any fucking cooking for the kids. No vegetables, no fruit, lots of soft drinks, and it's piled full of stuff so she doesn't have to do. Our kids are now dying earlier because the mothers, they don't even get food right. And they're not even trying. I mean, the only mac and cheese these kids know about is the kind that, you boil on the top of the stove instead of baked mac and cheese. They don't even get mac and cheese right. These folks, it's ramen noodles. It's instant stuff. It's the most deadly food. That's the food that these women give the kids. And they feel good. They have more free time. They got weave falling off their hair. You go to the bus stop and there weave, pigtails and shit everywhere. Now, you spent good money for fake hair and you spend very little money for real food. I mean, this is on your watch. It's nobody made you do this. I know when folks have stuff, in fact, I want to say this to the older black women. Older black women who are resentful that they grew up with some mail order didn't pass the lessons on to be wives and mothers to their daughters. Because in reality, a lot of them never wanted to be wives or mothers, but they didn't have a choice. And feminists and these other things have come along and made them feel like you don't have to be wives and mothers anymore. There's birth control pills, there's child support, there's a social safety net. And so in reality, they're all sucking the government's dick. And that's, yes, and you've put a good sucker up there. In fact, let me just give you guys my joke. Do you guys know that Kamala Harris has invented a toothbrush? But you know how she has a toothbrush. Kamala Harris has invented a toothbrush. Do you know what her innovations are? The toothbrush has no bristles and it creates its own paste.
Salute to the over 100 plus in the building with us. Man, yeah. That's crazy.
Yes, and look at her. That slut. How can somebody have gonorrhea green lipstick? How can she get invited to schools to speak? I know a group that had 100,000 black scientists, physicists, all of this. They couldn't even get into the schools run by stud and divine nine black women here in D.C. But this whore who has pussy pink lipstick, they get in the schools and we can't. They got gay clubs in the schools and we can't even visit. And the black child suicide, in particular for black males, has gone through the ceiling the last few years, in particular from single family households.
You accurately described her lipstick. It literally looks like she has an STD on her lips.
But that's the name. That's the actual name: gonorrhea green and pussy pink. It's not me making this up. It's worse than what I'm saying, which is why I don't give a damn about the broad that's complaining. This is happening on you hoes' watch. Y'all let this shit happen. And then a man talk about it. You got some fucking estrogen to bitch about it. Be miserable. In fact, crying is really good. It releases chemicals in your brain. Believe it or not, that's why when you cry, you start to feel better. We need to start making folk cry, telling them the truth. They'll feel better. Always telling someone queen, queen, queen. Queen of what? Queen of this shit we see?
No, don't hit him. Don't hit him with
what the hell? Queen of what? Of abortion? Queen of syphilis? Queen of a divorce? Queen of separation? Queen of child support fraud? Queen of neglect? Queen of your kids dropping out of school? Queen of your kids can't read and write? Queen of college debt? Queen of finding out at 50 that it's not the new 30? That's a goddamn lie. Queen of fibroids? Get out my face.
Listen, I will say this. I gotta go back to the wolf and let the wolf get his off. The wolf, sir. Well, first and foremost, Wolf, can I read a little bit more on this article for you?
Sure, go ahead.
And add some more context to what's going on to this beast of a woman. She's a I don't think I have enough adjectives right now, for this situation. But I'm gonna do my best, y'all. Let's go back to the article, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the article here. Okay, let's go back to this now. And again, this article is brought to you by the New York Post, ladies and gentlemen. You can read it up on yourself. Bree was asked to sign a consent form to allow respondents to go through her phone and read her messages, where they reportedly found pictures of Bree stepping on her child's face, according to the affidavit.
Jesus.
Authorities later said the accused claimed she had also sent more pictures of the child unharmed to the father to prove that she would never hurt her baby. The baby did not appear to have had any visible injuries, responding officers noted. That is interesting, y'all. Child support services were called as Bree was arrested and transferred to the Bowery County Jail.
Hang on, because it's even more unclear. Because at first it was like, this is not his child, because why would she stomp on the child to get him back? But now she's saying she would never hurt the child. Right. Is this child that man's? Does this child belong to that man?
Well, the answer is, hold on. Once she hurt the child, and that she was thinking, look, if I'm willing to kill this baby to get you back, will that make me want you? Would that make you want me again? When her being violent against the child did not go well with it, that he doesn't want the baby harmed, now she recalibrates. Okay, I won't hurt the baby. Will you come back? Look, women sacrifice women sacrifice babies all the time, kill babies and let babies get molested. all the damn time. It's as old as human civilization. Okay, and
You know
women
what?
put babies in
Wake
trash
that up. Wake that up.
compactors
Wake that
and
up.
leave them in bathrooms.
hold on,
My
gentlemen,
God.
hold on. Here's what I need, ladies. You know what? I'm gonna make an exception today's broadcast. Ladies, the link is in the chat. Okay? We can't. I'm not gonna necessarily. I won't necessarily say men can talk for you, right? We need opposing sides. We don't want no echo chambers, no nothing. Ladies, do you agree? This is accountability time right now. Accountability time. Can we do that? Can we see it?
Before the ladies enter the chat, I want Dr. Short to wake up and analyze what he's saying.
No. Hold on. I got this. I control the program.
Okay, my bad.
I want Brother Wolf
No,
being the only one with
I'm not
27
voting for
plus
Biden.
years in law
To
enforcement
hell
to
with
speak
Biden.
on this, because that's where we get. You know,
Can I pose the question?
after I address Brother Wolf.
Okay.
Now, Brother Wolf, in this situation, are we looking at some absence of probable cause, maybe hearsay? What are we looking at here? Because I feel like a lot of things are being lost, Brother Wolf, and it's the way they're sharing the information is kind of sporadic, right? In their evidence. Do you think it's too early to make these statements from the public? What say you, Brother Wolf? What are you observing? What's happening here?
Yeah, I think it's too early to make these statements, but I will say this. Being in law enforcement and being firsthand account, seeing them, these situations, I'm talking about going to the doors, knocking, the female answer, the children are just out there. I've seen it firsthand where these mothers are abandoning these children, leaving the children to fend for themselves, and will get physical, abusive towards these children. That's why you see high cases of child and family services having to come in and intervene, because we have a lot of women out there who don't like children.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
Hold on, stay down, Brother Wolf, because listen, a lot of folks are gonna say you're lying, you're capping, Brother Wolf. And you know, is this real truth? I mean,
true.
27 years being out there in them streets, seeing it for yourself.
Until you get that call for a domestic situation or investigate the trouble or for a family disturbance where a child is in the house and all they're hearing is just screaming and yelling, and you get there, you knock on the door, or you may have to do a forced entry and you see a home where you don't even see the floor. You don't even see the floor from the front door to the back door. Well, all you see is clothes everywhere, food. You don't even see the floor.
Hold on.
Gunshots.
What's that visual again? Clothes on the floor. What are we?
He's talking about
trash on the floor.
they're hoarders. They hoard. And the home is dirty. The home is nasty.
Hold on, Brother Short. Hold on. I want our police officer. This is where you get credentials from, right? You know, because it's not a lot of people. They'll come in and they think, okay, you got a panel of black men over here just ranting and shit. No. You're talking about 27 years of evidence, right? Of actual experiences coming in on this stuff. So what does that environment look like sometime, Brother Wolf? You got the floor, sir.
It looks like neglect. It looks like abuse. We're talking about at least 2 generations, or 3, of just straight neglect and abuse. But we have a system that protects the women even when they're neglectful. And this is a strong case of abuse. I don't want to get to the idea of whether the father's involved or it's a get back, payback. Just the idea that a woman will stump her child.
Come on. Come on.
and take pictures. Oh my God, man! Some women do not deserve children. Some women don't even like children.
Hey, Chef.
We need to stop projecting this nurturing woman when even the females know that there are some friends they have who only tolerate these children. They don't like.
The children are a grift. And Chef, I want to just say something. I'm going to give you a personal experience. I'm not going to say who it is, but I have a female relative that's older who is a nymphomaniac. And when the one time I stayed at their house, we were fed at 6 a.m. and we were put out in the street so they could have men come to see them in their government-supported apartment. And then we were allowed to come back about 2 o'clock to eat again. And then we were put back out until about 8 o'clock. And then we got to come back and you had to go to sleep so they could have people visit them. And when I say to you, I know what it's like for a grown man to step on me and walk on me and my cousins to be able to get to the bedroom to screw this person. And this is how some of the people, I ain't talking about what I didn't see, which is why I don't give a damn about what a pork chop feminist says, that this is how relatives of mine were raised, at least initially. Okay, so literally, in fact, one cousin I know learned to sleep in their urine as to not wake up and disturb the people coming through to screw. This is real. This is real. And it happens a lot. A lot of folk do it. I see these folks, they're hoarders. They're constantly buying stuff and rent. You come to their house and there's stuff everywhere. Folks don't wash clothes. And in reality, like the gentleman that I know who got the call. Remember, Brother Juan, the woman that killed the 5 or 6 kids in 2006 or 7 in Southeast? And the people were trying to respect the mother's rights. So nobody was doing, and this woman killed all of her children. And people basically were trying to respect her privacy. Oh, hell yeah. A lot of protection and defense and all this feminist stuff justifies the murder of children and the dispossession of fathers all the time. And there is no outcry from the women protesting what I'm saying. God damn you, you guys don't do anything to check the women out of order. You can get men to step to men when they're wrong. That woman that got lassoed and raped in New York, the men in the community were going to kill him. They were trying to find him. The police had to save that man's life. When men are allowed to protect and defend, they don't tolerate it. That was some patriarchy about to give some street justice to that monster that did the Roy Rogers thing and choked the broad and then raped her. We men hate this stuff.
That's a fact.
But the people that defend and give voice to, and I'm saying this having worked with youth, whenever you tried to bring order or try to have some discipline, the main voice that would object or would say how you could do it, it's always a black woman and normally morbidly overweight. There's an archetype of a fat, opinionated, macho sister who embodies what I call the femininity gap, where they're basically, they want to live as...
Come on with it, brother. Yeah.
They want to live as men, but they can't. Children are a grift. Children are a hustle. When you see mothers teach children how to steal, when I watch my neighbor teach her children how to sell dope, when you watch a mother give drugs to their child, have them smoking, and the father's not there. He may be a criminal, he may get high too. But the mothers giving dope to their children, the mothers having their children have sex with their boyfriends, the mothers who took their children out of my father's church because the children didn't like their mother being a hoe. And what we were teaching in church, the kids would ask mom, do you have to have so many people? I know what it's like for mothers to say, I do it, I sell my bosom, right? To tell people in church. I've been watching this for 55 years. I'm sick and tired, and I'm not tired yet. I don't feel no ways tired telling pork chop feminists to kiss my ass.
Mm, mm. Ladies and gentlemen, let's read a little bit more on this. But Brother Vader, you had a question you wanted to pose. You got it, sir.
Yeah, he literally, I knew he was going to answer it the way he answered it, and then he answered it with what he just said was in his life. I was going to ask, do you feel that there's a correlation between the women who, abuse their children and the women that have their children for a check? And the answer is, I mean, there may not be a one-to-one overlap,
Right.
but it's damn close, right?
Well, salute to that. Yeah, he did address it then. And listen again, ladies, don't spaz out in the chat. I left the link in there for you to get it off your chest. Salute to the over 120 plus in the building with us. Okay? If you do not agree with what Brother Dr. Short or any of the gentlemen are saying on this panel, you have the opportunity to get it off. The exception has been made for today's broadcast. Won't happen that often, but today is being made. Okay? And if you feel you need to get it off, hit the link. You ain't got to come up with your face. We don't got to see you. But if you want to address any of the brothers' position, because again, you got to understand, this is what a good amount of men are dealing with out there. And in many cases, unfortunately, ladies, we're damned if we do and damned if we don't stick up or speak about or address the issues that are plaguing our communities. So what do you want? You got to pick your poison. The ain't shit nigga or the guy that's about being like what you want to do here, ladies? Salute.
It's not a choice of poison, Chef. Either they're for what's right or they're for what's wrong.
I'm gonna go to you. Hold on. I'm gonna go to you. Salute to my sister, Quiet Scared. Now you got it, Brother Dr. Short.
Look,
you got the floor, Brother Short.
We can't make an equivalence between black men that care and black men that don't. In fact, that's how these women reproduce. There's no difference between a man that would be a father and take care of them and the children and a dude that would beat their ass and pimp them out in the streets. That shows confusion. That's even more reason why certain folks shouldn't be in decision-making capacity if you can't tell the difference between the two. And no, I don't give equal weight to that. No civilized people do. And it isn't just black men. If you go online and you listen, there are women around the world that are talking about this. You know what? It's very, very hard for folks to take a look in the mirror. Take a good look in the mirror. Take a good look in the mirror. How do you not see? Every now and then I have someone say to me, I had one say, this is a friend, I hate the fact that you're right. It's a woman. God, you're telling the truth. And I get it. I'm not attacking her. I'm not mad at her. I'm saying this is what's going on. See, this feminist thing has made it seem as if women are one unified body. It's bullshit. Women don't get along that. Y'all are catty. But all of a sudden, there's this solidarity around bullshit, around the dissolution of the family, of always taking women's sides without thinking about it. That's a type of mind control. You guys are under mind control and you're being manipulated. You
Spin
you
that,
you're
spin that back
actually
again,
you,
brother Short.
you're
I don't
under
think they
mind
understood that.
control. You're manipulated. So
Right.
that means, like the young woman was telling me about the friend who's young who had a heart attack. And I asked, did they get the jab? They were a government employee. The answer is yes. Right? Folks miscarried. Did you get the jab? Yes. There were people warning, saying, look, consider, think, right? Women can be manipulated, and they are manipulated. Pimps manipulate, governments manipulate, policy manipulates. Kamala Harris is a manipulation of black women. And yet nobody's coming out saying that this tramp in 3 years, she's done nothing for black women. And yet there are folks that are going to vote for her. All she did was jail black women and mess them up and keep black men in jail. And yet they're behind her. Kamala Harris covered up for the rape and trafficking of black women and the molestation of children by the diocese of San Francisco. But yet she's a hero. How? I mean, so there's a lot. I'm sorry. Uh, you know, a lot of women are dumb as shit about certain stuff, which is why men and women need to be together. Because there are things that women see that men don't. And there's some things that men see that women don't. But what feminism says is that women see it all and men don't see it all. Women see everything and men are just dumb. And it destroys the balance. Sometimes women need to learn how to just listen versus be in charge. And by the way, who got screwed with the subprime loans? It was primarily black women. They literally made a loan package to steal from black women. And yeah, the white folks sat down and thought about it. Lehman Brothers. How do you steal? Just tell them that they can have $1 million home and they work at Burger King. And nobody could have said, hey, wait a minute, I can't afford an apartment. How are you going to get a mansion? Right? And if you, how come you don't support me? How come you don't want anything? As if we want our women to be poor or unprosperous, so that we don't want, right? How do we become the enemies of everything? Other than this feminism, this other mind control stuff has these women thinking that black men are the enemy. Black men have fought and stopped black women since the beginning of time. Black men are the patriarchs, not the white men that control everything. And therefore, at the same time, black men are the patriarchs with all the power that have oppressed women. We're broken, we don't have shit. God damn, you can't have both contradictory parallel universes working at the same time in your brain unless you're psychotic. So, like again, we're broken, don't have shit. And on the other hand, we're the patriarchs with all the power. Huh? And you know what that does? It allows them to love white men and all the other men and blame black men at the same time. It is a way to evade and run away from struggle. And has this happened in history? I think, Chef C, I talked about the French women siding with the German men that beat the Frenchmen's ass in May of 1940 in World War II. And the French women started running after the German men and betrayed their French men. And what happened at the end of the war is that the Frenchmen kicked the French women in the ass that were disloyal. Black American men are notoriously, I'm talking about the good ones, not the abusive black men. The decent black men are notoriously soft in terms of how we deal with women, which is why send a black American man anywhere in the world and he's married. It is not so for black American women. You're not seen as marriageable material. Just ask women. I mean, I'll screw you, of course, but not marry you. Nobody has these conversations. Nobody has these conversations because it's hurtful. It makes people mad. Folk want to fight you. Shoot. Travel abroad. if you don't cook and do all the feminine stuff, whether you have a profession or not, you're supposed to cook and clean and still be a damn woman. We're the only folks where I see brothers rushing home to clean up so their wife isn't mad. I've never seen any other group of men. Man, I got to clean the house. I got to do. The only women in the world that have men that double duty as men and women are our community, and yet you know what? Black men ain't shit.
Hey,
Damn.
real quick, brother Dr. Short. Salute to the over 130 plus in the building with us right now. The numbers is up on a Sunday. Y'all wanted to get
Free
this
Kevin
today.
Samuels.
Y'all wanted to get this work today. Salute to everybody that's in here. We are here to have a conversation. Ladies, again, in the rare occasion today, the kitchen is open. You are able to come in and get your shit off. We want to hear from you. I want to hear from my brother Q right now, though. Brother Q, you know, we're pretty deep into this conversation, but I'm gonna give some more context. I'm gonna read on this part right here, as far as what's been happening with this vigilante, you know, and y'all help me out in the chat with adjectives that we can call this savage of a woman here, you know, who decided to put her foot in her baby's face, stomping the baby's face out. Okay, so let's read on a little bit more. Authorities later said the accused claimed she had also sent more pictures of the child unharmed, which is kind of here. So we're going back and forth with that. She was later released on a $20,000 bond and offered to wear a GPS monitor and not having any contact with the child, according to shit. The teen mom was also ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation within 10 days and comply with the recommendation given by the detox, well, the doctor. So, okay, this woman you see here, ladies and gentlemen, she's 18 years old, okay, putting foot to baby's face, okay. Now, it's all over the place as far as evidence for me. 1 minute they're saying she may not have, they didn't see any harm with the baby. Other ones are saying she's sending pics, right? You know, with her actually stepping on the baby's face. So, and then now she's got to see a psyche. She got to see a crazy doctor. So, again, we're looking at, within this year alone, ladies and gentlemen, we're only in May. I've seen at least 5 different incidences of Black women assaulting or even deleting their children. I think that's on a lower version because I'm not super tapped in. But these psychos out here, women, getting rid of kids, doing all type of shit, burning them up, they're burning the kids up, okay? They're stepping on their faces, okay? They're stabbing the kids, okay? Somebody need to talk to me.
Hey, Quiet
Is
Scales, how you
Instagram
doing?
not really popping like this? Sexy.
How you doing?
Who's influencing these deviants? Brother Q, talk to me, Brother Q, if you in the building, sir. Help me out here to get some understanding.
Everything's influencing the deviants. You get rewarded for being a fucker. You get rewarded for it. We've seen it in, you know, classic case. We've seen it with what Diddy's going through. You get rewarded for being a degenerate. And then what our community does is we wait for you to fall, and then we eat you up alive, and then we want to build you back up again. It's a never-ending cycle. These people bring nothing else to the table but degeneracy. Nothing. And then people would say, "Oh, you being hard on them. You being hard." No, we're not being hard on them.
Did he want you to be hard on him?
And it's so much so, right? In the spirit, in the spirit of Malcolm X, right? Because today's his birthday.
99th birthday.
A lot of people will quote a lot of quotes he said, but when he said that we should never take entertainers and comedians for leaders, that fell on deaf ears.
Come on, Q. Say that one more time,
It
Q.
fell on deaf ears because we worship entertainers and celebrities in the black community. We think that we judge with. I know people literally will look at celebrities, husband and wife, and I'll say Russell Wilson and Sierra, and then say goals. What the hell? You don't know nothing about these people, and you saying goals?
Right.
But this is our, and Russell's a good brother, got strong faith. People say he's a certain way, but why? This is who people model their life around.
Well, check this, Brother Q. They'll look at this, pass around, and say goals too. Huh?
Salute to Brother Willie.
They'll look at this, pass around, and say goals as well.
Yeah.
Ski and follow it up with a ski wee.
Gas Queen, Chucks and Pearls.
You know, and collard greens, bags of collard greens that none of them know how to make. You understand? So this is the shit. This is the shit we're dealing with here. You got this and this.
Just think about it. Nobody in black academia gets rewarded for their work. You hear about, the John Henry Clarks and these people after they pass away. But Dr. Short, Dr. Winters, a bunch of other people that's out here putting in the work, doing the research, historians, we're not honoring them. Instead, we're honoring a person who can rap about when they sold drugs. Or a person like Brother Lone Wolf, who was in law enforcement for all these years. And unblemished. That has an eye for what we would consider both sides of the fence. But his community will look at him like, oh, you was a traitor.
That's a fact.
This is the problem.
Say that again, Brother Q.
They look at him like he was a traitor.
Still do.
Not understanding, and even so much now, he's trying to educate people on understanding their constitutional right. As messed up as the forefathers were, as messed up as these people was, right, that wrote the Constitution, and they were racist, they put that amendment in there. They put that Second Amendment in there for a reason. He's trying to educate people on firearm safety. And people act like they scared of guns. Well, what's going to happen when they come for you? Because they coming. They are preparing.
They're going to offer them old pussy and think that'll get them spared.
Yeah. Like Dr. Short said, that's what Joker's going to do. They're going to run. And the wives and the women are looking at you. They don't respect soft jokers. They don't.
Come on.
They might get some dick out of you, but they don't respect you.
Come on. Come on.
They'll have another woman in the home before they respect you. Because we're too busy worrying about who won the rap beef over Drake and Kendrick. But, degeneracy in our community, in every community, has an element of criminality. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't. But the black community, the movies, the music, this is what we promote. Just think about it. There is no more R&B because we don't consume it. We don't consume R&B. We don't consume slow jams. Some of them older guys are still around. We don't consume their music. We don't give them that brown paper bag money because we'll rather pay tickets to go see degeneracy. So we're the reason for our own demise. We're the tools of, as we say, we're the tools of white degeneracy. We're the tools of it. And we've put our women, unfortunately, the Sexy Reds, the Suki Hollands, we've put them in the forefront.
or they may have put themselves in the forefront, but they're in the forefront right now. Lambs to slaughter. There's a certain point, and Brother Juan always says it. We have to understand there's going to be some people, caucuses being stepped over.
Come on, man. Brother
And as sad as it may sound, and as depressing it may be, because it's every day something constantly is coming, it is going to be a point where we just have to move on. We were really behind. We're really behind.
Hey, listen, Brother Q, first and foremost, shout out to Brother Q, cooking in the community kitchen, ladies.
Let him cook.
That was a well done meal. Okay. I had to let you get it off, Q, because we going through this damn thing here. We're looking at all of the degeneracy. We're looking at, this young lady. They essentially let her go with a little tap on the back. Shout out to my sister in the chat here. I think my sister Star said, who the hell who posted her bail? And who raised this raggedy?
Jack and Jill Foundation probably raised a bell.
These are the questions, y'all, that go over our head. Who posted this maniac's bail? And who raised her? So, any ladies gonna come to the front and say, you know what? Maybe we kind of dropped the ball a little bit here. Now, listen, I'm not here to point finger. I'm not doing that.
I'm pointing fingers.
I believe it takes a village. I come from that cloth. The village to raise a child, okay? And particularly, it takes certain energies in that home to protect the development of that adolescent, okay? Because ultimately, the children become a mirror to who you are. You wind up showing them everything. You're actually the first window to some of the deviance or the benefits and positive things that can come out of this world. So imagine how often this young lady was exposed, right? Some cats gonna say, oh, she had evil spirits and stupid and shit like that. Nah. Don't start the evil spirit shit, okay? Maybe she just had some raggedy people around her. Salute to the over 140 plus.
Chef C, sometimes we have to realize that some people come from bad stock. Just like we give credit for people coming from good stock, some people come from bad stock. Some people come from degeneracy, passed down. That's just who they are, and unfortunately, they don't know how to break the cycle. And we tend to, and I look in the chat and I see certain comments, and there has to be a level of accountability on men and women's parts, and not sit here and placate and say, "Oh, it's an isolated situation." No, our communities are messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to get a grip. We need to get a grip. Like for example, and I know a lot of people may not say it, I'm gonna just use it. We created Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy is the epitome of the black community.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, Q. Hold on. Q. Don't do me like that. I'm not holding no Diddy L. No Diddy.
Hold that L. He's B1. He's B1. FBA. Black American all day long.
Hey, fairly in the chat, are you holding the Diddy L as per Brother Q from Let's Talk To? I'm not holding that.
You know how many?
Where my brother Lone Wolf at? I need you to rebuke that. Throw the oils, the waters, whatever you got to throw, brother Lone Wolf. Ordained water all over the place on that. Rebuke that. I'm not holding that.
You know what? Where there's an offspring, there's a root. See, we never deal with the root. The offspring is always the symptom. We got to get to the root of it. So we got to hold this L. Diddy is us.
Diddy is us.
Diddy is us, man.
No, thank you.
Hey,
No,
Chef
sir.
C.
I rebuke.
We're from. You know what's interesting about this panel, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Short and Juan is from the area where he went to college.
Yep.
And me and you from the area where he's from. We've known about this man and his behavior since 1993. He had a 40-year run.
Mm-hmm.
A 30, 40-year run.
And I want to interject this. There is an urban legend that Diddy is the child of Frank Lucas. I'm not saying it's true, but but he looks like Frank Lucas. He really does. What's most frightening to me is Frank Lucas is distantly related. To show you, so I don't lie, I have a pathological branches of my family, but they're not shit. I love, but they're not shit. Okay. And I'm just telling you, I remember my brother when he was in high school back in 1979, and they went for civics to court. And when my brother got to court, it was all my cousins up in the docket. And they were waving at my brother and shit. And everybody's looking at my brother and says, oh my God. All the criminals in there stealing were my cousins. And shit's embarrassing. Now,
Hey,
okay,
Doc,
just saying. Go ahead, brother.
I think what we're missing in this discussion is when the world looks at one person from our collective, they see all of us.
That's right. That's
Don't go
exactly.
there, Wolf. Here you go.
And
All
so
right,
when they start to roll out the plans for extermination, it's going to be based on the ones that we projected, the ones that we never corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Hitler was not able to extinguish the Jews because of one person. He made the whole group look bad.
That's right.
Okay? So one person, whether it's Sexy Red, whether it's Diddy, whether it's any of this degenerate behavior, it's making the whole collective look bad. And what they're going to do is see that there's no use for none of us.
Exactly. And brother, this is what C. Dolores Tucker was saying. And I can say at least when C. Dolores Tucker walked the earth, she knew my name and my face. She knew she could call on me. I show up and help out. It was a black woman that was fighting this stuff. And
Yes,
these sisters, they don't even call her name. It's very hurtful to me. The last time we had a great black woman was C. Dolores Tucker. I thank God that when she asked me to help her, I said, yes, ma'am. Okay, that's the last time I followed a black woman. She was for real. Didn't have to be perfect. She fought. They destroyed her. We don't even talk about her anymore. It's a disgrace.
Because we love
Oh,
God.
hold on real quick, Brother Wolf, and I'm going to go right back. Actually, no, Wolf, you get it all because I know this going to set Brother Short off. I got some comments I got to read to you, Brother Short. They coming in.
They can come in.
Wolf, go ahead, Brother Wolf. You got the flow, sir.
No, again, man, we have been on a steady diet of degeneracy for so long that we hate the truth. And look, I'll tell anybody, I'm a follower of the revolutionary Jesus the Christ who told the truth.
And they killed his ass.
And they killed his ass.
And they were black people.
And they were black people. People do not like the truth. And those who would tell the truth, you must be willing to defend yourself. That's why I love that Luke. It says, he that have no sword, get you one. Sell your coat, pawn your coat, and get one. Why? Because Everybody ain't receptive to the truth.
It's true,
They
Earth
just may come
Angel.
for
The
your
black
neck.
community allowed See the Lord's
If you
Supper
come
to
for
get
me,
destroyed.
I'll put you down.
They chose Diddy and that
I
scum
mean that.
over
With
Mrs.
all
Tucker.
sincerity.
It's a damn
Well,
disgrace.
brother, Dr. Short, there are some comments that have to be read off to you, sir. And this comment says, so you come from not shit. Your word. You're the root. That's what Dr. Short is saying about women, about black women.
Bullshit. They're deliberately trying to say that one casts aspersion on all black women because we're calling out the fucked up black women. See, that scam is I don't have to come up to standard or be about anything. So I have solidarity with the degeneracy and the deviance because anyone that starts talking about a standard, I may be lacking. Therefore, make anyone that says we shouldn't expect women to kill children or abuse children or take birth control pills like they're Tic Tacs and have babies with everybody. We shouldn't demand that. We shouldn't expect that because it may make me look bad. That sounds like a person. Well, maybe she's the one that paid the bail for the woman that stomped the baby's head.
Whoa. Nah, that's my sister in here. She just got her opinion.
Yeah, she has an opinion like she has an asshole. It does not mean it's right. The facts are our children are in trouble. Our community is in trouble. We already agree that black men are jacked up. However, we could fix every black man up that you want. And if the women are jacked up, they still can't start a family to lay a foundation for people. What these sisters are saying is don't say anything about us. Bullshit. And I never said my mother wasn't shit. Chef, you know our show was late a half hour because I needed to cook to make certain that my mother ate. And so, no, my mother is not only a great woman, my mother's a descendant of real queens and kings. And so, no, I like that conversation when they try to make it personal. I wasn't talking about my mother or
I
my.
think the person kind of mixed up because I literally am the one who said that sometimes we have to be honest that everybody don't come from good stock, and you need to be able to break the cycle. You could have came from a broken home. That doesn't mean that your home is broken. See,
Yeah,
the thing is,
but you
it's a
have to
game,
look
like
at
Dr.
that.
Schwartz said, it's a game that people play to avoid accountability. Be accountable. If you're going to be in the chat, you don't have to agree with nobody on the panel, but I'll ask you this. Work with us in solidarity with cleaning up our community.
And brother, let me say this. I have one of my favorite cousins who comes from that highly dysfunctional part of my family. She's a nurse. She's like one of the most wonderful people in the world. But I mentioned to her uncle wanted my phone number. We were at a funeral, and she says, nigga, don't you give him my phone number. They don't have my phone number. And she explained to me the last time I visited them, I think they're going to try to get me to smoke some crack. And so says I don't visit them anymore. I have folks who will try to mess you up or they will just hurt you because we need to understand that some of our people are like hogs, okay? And they're happy to vegetate, or they're like catfish, they like shitty water, okay? And I can think of her uncle. My brother's funeral, I'm trying to console friends mourning. Nigga comes up and says, I'm homeless, help me. At a funeral. Are y'all getting me? Who does whack shit like that? And you're going to try to grift over my dead brother and make it out that I have something to do with a grown man almost in his 60s. You don't have a place to live because you spent all your money on dope. I could have said that and embarrassed the shit out of him. I did not do that. I pulled him aside and I said to him, you're out of your junkie mind. And if you don't want to get embarrassed, everybody knows I will read your ass right here in church. You want to talk to me about being homeless? Wait until the damn repass. I'm not talking about people I don't know. I'm not talking about people I don't care about. I talk about people where, damn, they know you would help them. They don't want to do better. One time, my mother wanted to do good, wanted me to go by and visit my cousins over in Southeast so they could see me in my nice clothes. And I was graduated from school and I had aunt. And you know what? I wasn't allowed in their house. I wasn't welcome in. You know why? They were all stoned on phencyclidine and they didn't want me to see them laid all over the floor like like soda cans and bottles. And so I haven't seen some of them since what was it 83? I haven't seen them in what 40 years because when I had a chance to see them, they were all high. Okay, and the only other time I think I saw them was my cousin who was 18 was shot to death. I'd never heard of this kid till I saw him in the casket. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Or I'm thinking about my other cousin who tried to set up a bank account and the police were ready to raid their home because he and his child with the woman he never married had the same name and he didn't even know his child had the same name as him. They were ready to bust the family for bank fraud. This kind of absurd stuff happens where you learn about someone because you try to open a bank account and folks got guns drawn. Huh? We're not supposed to live like that. And nobody white, no amount of white oppression or racism, as wicked as the matrix is that dominates us, makes these things happen. If we're going to change our situation somewhere, the accountability is on us. Those people that were enslaved knew they needed to run away. Whether they grew up as slaves, whatever, it was on them to run north, to do what they could do to get away. Not to say, they own us, they beat us, because those folks like that stayed slaves. We've got two types of black people: those that are slaves that are going to be exterminated, and those that refuse to be enslaved, or we won't be enslaved, who are going to fight our way out of it. Just like the Palestinians in Gaza, some of them don't want to give in. So those black people that are defeatist, you're a traitor. You're a moral, ethical, degenerate traitor to your people to try to justify this very system of degrading us and making us nasty and vile, where even we ourselves don't think we're worthy of life, many of us. You need to read Frederick Douglass's narrative where he talks about how the white folks with lit folks get drunk and high over the Christmas holiday to make people accept being slaves to white people because they didn't think that they could function well as free people. In other words, the folks would fight and screw and steal when they didn't have to be slaves. So the only system that they were comfortable with was when they were subordinate to white people. This is a form of social control and manipulation. And by the way, who were the people that were put in charge of the plantations in the South? Y'all not gonna like the answer. Black women. Mammy ran the plantation.
Mm. Easy on him, brother Short. Easy on him. Hold on. That is something to ponder, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to say this first and foremost. I gotta salute my brother Twiz for joining the panel. Salute,
Twiz. Thank you, Jesus.
Right now, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna take a small commercial break, and we will be right back.
Make certain that brother Twiz, I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
Please,
We know
please,
we definitely gonna have our brother
please.
cook up, but we will be right back. Salute to everybody that's in here, over the 140 plus in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be pulling up with the sunshine Californian nigga. Just put the avatar back up, nigga. Put the avatar back up. You're disrespectful right now. But we going to commercial. I'll be right back after this, ladies and gentlemen, on the next podcast, Tapped In with the Angry Black Man Book Club for Pat Talk, ladies and gentlemen, number 22. We'll be right back.
22. How many of y'all saw that Diddy video with him kicking on the woman? You know, Diddy's not shit. Everybody know I can't stand Diddy. Damn, I can't stand Diddy. I've never bought his music. I never bought
Travel
Drake's
to the
ass
land
either.
still
Mm,
Ice Cubes
mm,
and ultimately the
mm.
place of the Great Falls, an area in the town known for its uprising, its cultural influences, and being one of the smaller places with a great deal of diversified personalities. Patterson, New Jersey. I went to North Carolina for it. When I came up here, had a couple businesses. But what drew you to Patterson? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with Pat Talk number 22. And we got the fellas in here, man. And I gotta address my brother Twiz first and foremost. Twiz, what it look like, man? Are you up to speed with the conversation, sir? Are you in the building?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes,
Unfortunately, no, I'm not up to speed, but I just want to say what's up to everybody, and I'm going to fall back to listen so I can catch up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to leak before I look. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, very good conversation as far as I'm concerned. Again, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, ladies and gentlemen.
But not their own facts.
See Wolf coming out the gate with this shit. Here we go. Go ahead, talk your talk, Wolf.
I wanted to add to what Dr. Short has said because, again, we're facing a moral crisis. It's either who's on God's side and who's not on God's side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We have a responsibility as men to look out for the widows and the children. All throughout the scriptures, the fatherless, the children, the widows. Even the Christ had a special love for the children. And for whatever reason, I can't say we have a dislike for God problem in our community.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Keep it 100. Okay? We have a dislike for God and the scriptures. Okay? The women, you can say what you want about how much you love God. You don't love God.
No, they don't.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Hold on, Wolf. What you say? Say that again.
They're God haters.
We have a lot of women or a lot of people in our collective who just don't like God. They don't like his word. They don't like his principles.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like his commandments. They may confess with their mouths, but their hearts and their actions are far from it.
And their private parts.
Okay? And that's a tough pill to swallow. Pause.
No TD Jakes.
He's the symptom of it. How do you get that big, greasy, that greasy, no good? I mean, down low punk ass nigga.
Hold on,
you know he
hold
ain't
on,
no
Brother
Christian,
Short.
ain't
Hold
no
on, Brother
preacher.
Short. Let him get it off. Go ahead, Wolf.
That last 30 years, he has been pushing since 1992. Woman, thou art loose.
He's talking about his butthole.
Okay?
Punk
And
ass
that-
nigga. I can't stand him.
It became a theme for a lot of the women to the point where I don't need a man. I don't need a child. And I don't even want to be a man. I don't even want to, It's just, I just think that at the end of the day, we have a God problem, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got a serious God problem.
Mm-hmm.
We got a righteousness problem. And Dr. Short's been hitting this thing every week, faithfully giving 2 and 3 hour lectures coming from the scriptures, and people are like this. And they forget, right? They forget that the only reason why we're here today, because our ancestors weathered slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights, because they believed God. They believed. They believed. Okay? Now we got folks who don't even want to hear about God. So I side with Dr. Short with what he's saying, because at the end, at the root of it, again, where there's an offspring, there's a root. And most of us don't want to deal with the root. And I believe the root of it is this. How do you say you love God whom you've never seen, and you hate your brother?
You hate your baby. You hate your man. You hate your community.
Man, you cannot say you love God when you want to kill your babies. They hated Kevin Samuels because he was trying to keep the family intact. So I embrace all the hate. Bring all the hate. Bring it all. But look here. I look at. There are people in this world who can imagine a world without Black Americans. Do you hear me? And they're getting all of the social media content they can to build a case up for extermination. I cannot imagine a world without Black Americans. But trust me, on everything I love, there's some people that can imagine a world without you and your children. And when they come, they're not going to ask you, what sorority you with, what frat you pledge.
Are you binary or non-binary?
You know, what sayings did you cross?
Are you a butterfly or you a caterpillar? Are you a butterfly today or you a caterpillar tomorrow? Which one are you?
You're going to hear 2 words. There's one. There's one. There's one more. You can be looking around. They talking about you. Get them. I'm going to land my plane with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brother Twiz, I see the brother sun shining, windows up. Well, semi up. What you got? The sunroof popped out too, nigga? I can't stand you West Coast niggas. What it look like out there, man? What you on? You brought that old thing out?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm chilling in my commuter right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Hey, this the day of the sun, man, and as us people of the sun, I'm basking in holy rot right now. You understand me? Yeah. But yeah, to what Brother Wolf was talking about, what he's saying is correct, and I'm gonna add something else to it. What it is, Brother Wolf, that a lot of these women have a problem with discipline, and they have a problem with authority. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they have a problem with God, because they know what they have to obey God. They have to go by his authority, and they don't want to do that. They want to do what they want to do. Can't nobody tell them shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's today's woman nowadays. Like, I had a chat with a so-called independent female the other day. I asked her why she 50 years old with a dog. You know what I'm saying? Because she tired of niggas. She tired of men. Men ain't shit. So I'm like, why you keep having the same problem with different men?
But you know what? If she has a problem with men and shit, the worst pet to have is a dog.
Yes, for the simple fact that's the only. If you hate men, why you have a dog? Because dogs is man's best friend. You know what I'm saying?
But dogs doodle all the time.
That's about the only motherfucker that's gonna tolerate her and deal with her and could be able to accept that motherfucking mouth, because he don't understand what's coming out of it.
If you have a dog, you got to deal with the dog's dookie. So to me, it's interesting that you don't want to deal with the black man's dookie, but you don't mind a dog's dookie.
Yeah, dog shit. You clean up after a dog any day. You know what I'm saying? Like they say. The difference between dogs and cats is dogs have owners and cats have staff. You know what I'm saying? A dog is totally dependent, and a dog is nasty as hell with shit and piss where he sleeps. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of them women have to have that sense of accountability. Since no man don't want them, they have to be responsible for something. You know what I'm saying? Come on, why every so-called woman of power is lonely? Why every woman who have money is single? You know what I mean? And why every woman that has celebrity have issues with people in her life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It go back to what the brother Wolf was saying. They're not grounded with God. They don't have no center. They don't have no discipline with God, because if they did, they would know their rules in life, and they would know what roles they have to play. They would know how far they would go, and they would know what olive branches to extend. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you can't tell them shit. They don't want to listen to shit now, and half of them ain't about shit. So how could you invest in something that don't even have an identity or clue about who she is as a woman? You know what I mean? What Brother Wolf said. Not only that, she don't have no idea of who she is godly and spiritually. So if you're dealing with something like that, you're dealing with a lost cause. That's just like, hey, chef, that's just like trying to ask them, what do they want to eat? You're going to be sitting there waiting a while. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be waiting a minute. So you fuck asking them what they want to eat. This is where we going, and you're going to sit your ass down and eat. And if you don't do it like that, you're going to always have problems. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Comment section says this. Why are these every women not being courted by a man so they can change that title?
Some of them ain't worth courting. They're not worth courting for the simple fact you can see the issue upon them. You can see the trouble on them. Not only that, you can look them in their eye and see the defiance. You see the defiance. With that, you ice skating uphill. You know what I mean? So what's the old saying goes, what you won't do, the next woman will do. So the woman that's smiling, willing to be nice and willing to give a man peace, she's going to be accepted to over the woman who thinks she's all that, because she got a good job making all this money and got, like LMJ Fudge, got a house and a hill and a boat. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to learn that money can't buy you love, and all money ain't shit. You know what I mean? The best things in life, money can't buy. You know what I'm saying? And as a woman, if you can't bring that to you, hey, you better get you a bunch of dogs. You better open up a kennel, because you're going to be one lonely motherfucker.
Well, if she has a kennel, they'll have good company.
Well, gentlemen, salute to the over 140 in the building with us right now. I want to say this. You know, we're dealing with a society right now, and we're talking about if I gotta hold this L for what's going on with Diddy, I want to get into this. Can
we? And you know what? Before we go, how many of y'all agree that Diddy, even being violent, he had like he kicked that woman like a soccer mom on her period. I mean, it was just weak. I mean, dude, you can't even be an abuser like a man. That's a fruit booty nigga if I've ever seen one. I never liked Diddy's ass. I hate him.
I'm gonna say this right
Dr.
now.
Short.
We do not hold on, Twist. I'm gonna give it to you. Pause. We do not condone violence. Well, I don't condone violence. Dr. Short speaks for himself.
I wasn't condoning violence. I was saying that he kicked a woman like he was like a soccer mom on his period. You weak. You're even weak when he's abusive. He's weak.
I got to put the disclaimer. I do not condone violence, but Brother Twist, go ahead, man.
Especially violence towards women, because a man that hit a woman is a punk. My dad always told me that any man that hit a woman is a punk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A woman is an easy win. A woman don't have the physical attributes as a man do. So if you're not man enough to take your frustrations out on a man or the person that pissed you off, and you have to come home and take your frustrations out on a woman, you a punk.
He is a punk. He
know?
kicks like a punk.
I don't know. Dr. Randy Short, though. I grew up watching my stepfather abuse my mother. And when I grew up, I said I would never do that to a woman. And as I just made 50 this year, I'm proud to say I never beat no woman. I never stomped no woman. You know, because that's weakness. How could you physically hurt something that you tell you love? How could you physically hurt somebody that you make love to? I don't understand that.
Because he's a monster.
Cold individual. I could be a cold-hearted individual, but I'm not cruel. You know what I'm saying?
But he is
that
cruel.
Shit he did, that was cruel.
He's a monster.
He need to burn in hell for that.
He's a monster. He's a monster. Even when he's doing monster stuff, it's weak. So I'm not saying, no, I've never liked Diddy. And you can tell that Diddy's an abusive person if you've ever been. He has a vibe of just evil. Just you can feel the evil emanate. So my thing is, even when he's a complete brute ass, it's effeminate. It was disgusting. He's disgusting. And all the people that have been behind him and all the other folk who are out there beating and abusing women in the music game, they're all bitches.
And that's where we come. Listen, let me tell you something. Um, if everybody want to know where the smoke is for black men speaking up, then if you're only finding silence, then you're going to the wrong place. Black men are speaking up for injustices.
Facts.
Many black men that I know on this panel speak up against bullshit that go on with toward our women. Don't get it twisted.
All the time.
Listen, half of us almost went to jail over protecting a chick that more than likely went back to her abuser. You want to talk about that then? If you're going to bring up bullshit like that, many men have lost their lives protecting a woman who has gone back to the very person who's been beating and stomping and beating the brakes off of her because we put capes on for certain women who don't even need it, who don't deserve it.
That's right.
So again, you know, all of that women bashing and women, men hating women shit, don't bring that shit over here. That's not what this is on this side.
No.
This is a different kind of conversation. We talk about accountability from niggas and raggedy females. Don't get it twisted.
Pork chops.
Okay? Everybody get that work over here. Everybody. So, you know, I want to look at this Diddy comment here, since we on Diddy, and be very clear. Nobody condones anything that Diddy has allegedly done.
No, he kicked her. We saw that. He's an asshole.
No. I'm talking about even in other situations. I just don't like. I never liked Diddy.
I never liked him. I mean, we've been hating him a long time.
But nonetheless, I'm gonna. Since we want to talk about the kicking, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, Diddy put this out a long time ago. This little note here, y'all, if y'all can see it. But if you can't, I'm gonna read it off to you. Diddy came out with this last year of 2023 talking about some enough is enough, because that's when Cassie first ran the play on him about all these allegations. So let's read it off real quick, because we want to give you a little timeline action. Now let's be clear. Everybody been talking about how Diddy been running the jokes. Diddy been taking publishing. Diddy been taking, taking all of your masters, all of this. Okay? So let's go ahead and read this. All right? For the last couple of weeks, now this is your boy, Mr. Love. All right? Diddy, Sean Combs, the one of 100 million fucking names this guy's got. It's crazy to me. But this is Diddy, nonetheless. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently, watched people try to assassinate my character.
Easily done.
Destroy my reputation and legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday.
That sounds like a cry for sympathy.
Yeah, let me be absolutely clear. I did not do anything awful, any of those awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Shout out to P. Diddy for being a piece of... Now, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And salute to my man Dave coming through as usual, hitting the cash app, always supporting your war. So I got to sound the alarm for my brother Dave. Give him that gunshot, drop the big bomb. Diddy again came out. This was his public statement many times ago, and again, what we have to simply ask ourselves, Mr. Take That, why aren't you countersuing anyone for defamation of character? Why hasn't anyone, and this is the blessing that we have with my brother Lone Wolf Firearms being a seasoned veteran in the force. Now, I got my brother Vader in the building as well, and maybe he can use that base app to find the bullshit that Diddy's trying to kick out to us through the base app, brother Vader. Yeah, brother Vader.
Take that.
Take all of that bullshit back to the cleaners, because ain't nobody trying to hear any of that fuckery. Look at you. Don't cry me a river, my boy. Don't look sad out here.
Straight crocodile tears.
You know, look, you, man. Let me go ahead and show you how Mr. Diddy do the footwork real quick. I'm gonna show y'all some of that Diddy footwork, cause he, sticks and stones might break somebody else's bones
or break somebody's ass.
but words will never hurt Diddy. So, let's go ahead and find what we need to find real quick. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because Diddy out here
Diddy's not
showing
shit.
folks
I've
how
never
to do
liked
the
Diddy.
8-town stomp.
He's trash.
And, oh man, I deleted that shit. God damn, I deleted it, family. I deleted it because it was just a little too heavy for me to peep that. I ain't even gonna hold nobody.
I have
Over 160 people in here, but let me give you a Diddy confession instead. Is a Diddy confession work for y'all, family? Let me give you a Diddy confession.
No.
Okay, family, can I do that for y'all? Let's bring it up. Mr. Love himself showing you all the love that he got. Okay? Today he came out. I say maybe three hours ago, he came out with this public statement after, for those who haven't seen that viral video of Mr. Diddy back in the day doing the 8-town stomp, the crip walk on Cassie, up under the covers. So let's go ahead and play this because he came out with this a few hours ago. Fair use.
Yes,
so
that's
difficult
right.
to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes
That's
you gotta
right,
do
Jacob. He's not sincere.
I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
That's right.
But I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
You have to.
Disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Oh, were you? Hold on, let me just play. I don't mean to interrupt. Let's play the rest of it, y'all.
I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy.
Were those the sex workers?
Rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Oh, he's gone now. Gone.
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
You're not going to get it.
I'm truly sorry.
He fucked up. He just fucked up right there. That was the devil of comfort right there because he just admitted to everything that goes on. His best bet was to deny all that shit. That's not me. That's not me. He'd have been better off fighting instead of succeeding. Now that's the nail in the coffin for him. He's finna get Epstein.
Well,
he's finna get Epstein
I'm
now.
going to tell you something.
Stick a fork in him.
A nail in a coffin still looks like a dick to him. He probably wants the nail. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's his pleasure.
To hell with him, man.
Well, gentlemen, again, like I said, the 8-town stomp, it hit a little different because Diddy couldn't, he never been really that good of a dancer as far as I'm concerned. So even putting it down like that on Cassie, Diddy, nobody believe you, my boy. Nobody believes you. Did he? Did he do it? I believe he did. I know he did. The thing that was interesting to me, y'all, was the fact that he tried to stay away from even saying the victim's name. So how do you apologize?
He has to, Chef C.
Against music mogul.
How do you say? How do you?
Chef C, he has to stay away from her name.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's an NDA in her case. In her case, in that civil suit, actually, is 10 times worse than the video. If you
Brother Q, ain't that defamation? Ain't that defamation?
And according to his NDA, he can't mention her name. it will make the NDA null and void. So Diddy can't even be charged with nothing, you guys. I don't know if people realize that statute of limitations is over for the assault. LA Sheriff's done already came out with it. I don't know if he's sincere or not, but I don't know if a lot of people feel like the apology wasn't sincere because it's narcissistic behavior. I don't know. But he's going to be very careful what he says because he doesn't want to violate the NDA and he doesn't want to admit to any crimes that may have been committed.
Well, let me play the clip for the fellas. So we don't want to have nobody guessing out here. Fair use. I do not condone violence. Fair use. Copyrighted Act of 1976. Let you be the judge. Again, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen. It is important that we keep in mind that you are not guilty until you are proven guilty in the court of law. And being guilty by public opinion doesn't quite necessarily make you truly guilty. Okay? So, however, we have seen these things work out against people who share our same skin complexion, right? Guilty by public opinion. Shout out to the propaganda machine. Okay? However, we have to find productive ways to weaponize that in our favor. Salute to the over 160 plus in the building right now. Let's go ahead and play this thing.
To corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016.
Bitch.
A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video.
Bitch.
There is no audio. To corroborate some...
That shit is crazy. The way he dragged her away like a murderer. Hold on, gentlemen. I'm gonna go to everybody one by one because I need to hear from all of y'all. And salute. I believe we got another person just joined the panel with us. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, we need to hear from every last one of y'all. And I want to start with my brother. Let me go to Brother Twiz. No, let me go to Lone Wolf. That makes the most sense. Police officer, sir. In this video, what do you see here, and what does that tell you? I'm not sure if you checked the video before we even went live, but what are you seeing here in this video, and what is your interpretation of what's taking place?
Okay, full disclosure, this is my first time seeing this video. Ever.
Okay.
So I can't make out the female in it. I can't. But I would say there is a serious assault taking place. There is one. Diddy doing his press conference or doing that, I call it the, confessions are good for the soul, but not for your reputation.
Say that again.
Come on,
say that again.
Talk that talk, Wolf.
Well, a lot of us, we have these confessions that are good for your soul, but your reputation will take a hit. I don't know if that's Cassidy. I don't know. He didn't name her, which is his choice. But I know one thing: somebody got stomped out. And again, him coming again. If it is her, there is a statute of limitations. Okay, if that happened back in 2016. But in the court of public opinion, this is not good. This is
California statute of limitations is 7 years.
And also, look, that's what you get publicists for and people who will speak on your behalf. But I guess he wanted to get ahead of the damage. But again, this is my first time seeing this, so I'm trying to process it myself.
Peace. I see the building. The building is stacked right now, ladies and gentlemen, as far as people in the building. I want to welcome, first and foremost, gotta welcome my brother, Coke Sharpton has joined the panel, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Need has joined the panel, ladies and gentlemen. 170 plus in the building right now, ladies. God damn it. Cooking up on a Sunday. I want to hear from these brothers. Brother Coke, sir. And then I'm gonna go to the rest of the panel. But we got some new speakers in here. Brother Coke, then I go to Brother Negro. Brother Coke, sir. What are you seeing here? Are you up to speed, sir? What are your thoughts on this?
I sure am. I like to take this moment. I'm a peace to the panel. Peace to the panel first and foremost. Can I alley-oop my time to Brother Negro? I'm over here warming up these lemon pepper wings from Wings.
I'm about to slam dunk with something, family. I'm gonna slam dunk with something. I'm gonna clean up, yo. Let me get the rock right now. You see the brother. You see this person that's alleged to be Cassie, right? Running out with some items. And it was a bag in her hand or something, and you see Diddy chasing her down like a hound in his little skirt, mini skirt, and all, like on the boondocks and all that. And he's flapping in the wind, running. He comes over there, he bum rushes her, kicks it, takes it, gave her a kick, right? And then he picks up his shit. So my thing is, what did he pick up? Like I've heard a couple of things on the Twitter Spaces. You know, I heard things in the street. I heard that it was some bread and a Rolex up in there. I heard that it was some bread and a Rolex in there, allegedly. So I don't know if the facts are weighing out, but this is what's coming out on the streets on the Twitter side of the game. But so when I look at this attack, there's two things that I see. That one, that this person has experienced a traumatic type of situation before. That's the first thing. The second thing is that man was basically attacking her because he was grabbing something from her. So my question is, what did she take, or what did that person take? I don't know if they male, female, or trans, because did he be playing the field? No disrespect, nothing, but I just got to keep it 1,000. So my thing is, what did this person take? And I see that this man was collecting his items back. So what's wrong with that? And if it was a trans person that stole his shit, like, yo, like he's like, hey, yo, like, get my shit back. Like what's wrong with that? So that's just my objective opinion looking at the situation.
Now, Brother Negro, that is a phenomenal, sight, sir. Because again,
brother, I worked private security for 10 plus years. I worked the monitors and all that. So I was eyeing the shit and watching it.
No, but then again, we got to come back to him dragging her off like a slab of meat at the end. See, that's where it kind of falls apart for me, sir. Is he attacking her to then regain whatever it is that she may have taken, or you just go ahead to collect the hostage? Look at the excessive force. Look at all of this, and then you drag her off, or whatever that is, off. And I believe.
Wait. You're saying that?
Hold on, brother Negro. And I want everybody to also know, I believe this is the very hotel, y'all, that he paid $50,000 for the surveillance. Okay? For those of you who don't know, there was an incident that Cassie alleged last year, okay, that he beat the brakes off of her. He damaged some stuff, paid $50K to get the surveillance. It never got released to the public. This may be the very place, y'all. So I'm just, I want to, make it math. You know what I mean? But
I have a question. Was it in Florida? Was this in Florida? Is this taking place in Florida? If you mind me asking.
That I cannot release. I don't know.
So see, if it took place in Florida, I'm looking at the stand your ground. I'm looking at this man is retrieving his shit back. Like that's how I'm looking at it. If it was in the state of Florida,
stand your ground, Negro.
Brother Negro, that's kidnapping, Brother Negro. That's kidnapping.
Whoa.
Back to the room. That's kidnapping, Brother Negro, 100%. That whole incident, that's assault. That's kidnapping because he's not letting her leave. He's preventing whoever that is from leaving. Plus the
brother
assault.
Negro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
hold on,
four.
Twiz.
I see at least 4 charges.
Twiz, I'm gonna go right back to you. I got you. Hey, brother Negro. They said, nigga, you fucked up. Nigga, it say Los Angeles right on the clip. Nigga, it's in Los Angeles. Nigga.
Okay. So I don't know what Los Angeles.
Listen, people hit me in my DMs telling me you trying to give Diddy a pass. They thought you was a full black American. What's going on?
No. I'm not gonna give Diddy a pass. I'm looking at it from in the guise of just if somebody stole my stuff, I'm gonna try to get it back. Okay. That's how I was looking at it, just plain and simple. Okay. And I don't agree with like the person dragging this girl and all this other crazy stuff. Like that's not cool at all, and all that other stuff. But like, I do see the sentiment of somebody that there's something of value that he's chasing down. Like if it's some bread in a watch or some shit, yeah, I can see some niggas running out the shower or whatever, grabbing his shit back. like.
I got a name for you, brother Negro. O.J. Simpson.
I was about.
Come on, man.
That's what. Yes.
Thank you. Lemon pepper wings, Twizzle. Eat that one up. Pause, my guy.
Okay, we got Coke back in the building. Brother Coke, let me go to you and then I'm going to go to Twiz. We're going to work our way up through the panel. Brother Coke, you got the floor, sir.
Yeah, peace to the room. I just wanted to give you an update. I'm no longer at the moment looking for I'm not looking for Tamika Mallory. Okay. If anybody's seen her, Tawana Brawley, I've heard she's changed her name somewhere in Virginia, but I need to holler at Tamika. Chef C, if you can look at the Instagram link that I put up in the chat right there, will you please provide a visual of that right there? Because we're going to build on that. I need to tell Tamika to take this down, but before she take it down, we need to take a look at it.
Okay, sir. Will do, sir. Let me see if I can get in here without cutting the screen off, because
gunshots.
My shit be acting wild. But Diddy, Diddy beat this bitch nigga Diddy beating women like this.
Hold on for a second. I actually think that OJ was innocent going in that room taking his shit back. I'm torn.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So either way it go, he's gonna take that either way it go, because like I say, even Brother Wolf can contest to this. I see at least 4 or 5 charges right there. You know.
Yeah, Diddy praise on the week. I have no use for Diddy at all, ever.
Because he's like he's like a turkey that's cooked at 360 degrees. He's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can I throw something out there from a domicile perspective? When they say that if you shoot somebody from like a stand your ground, you're supposed to drag the body up in the house.
No,
per se. That's what
you can't. You gotta leave the body right there.
Yeah, that's evidence tampering. You can't do that. That they need the evidence. All I'm going to say, guys, to me, when we hear about how Diddy lavishes sex workers and always offering people shopping opportunities, I don't want to hear about someone getting something out of a hotel room. Okay, not when he's throwing Maseratis and shit on underage kids that he's alleged to have screwed. If she got a damn watch out of the deal, that's not even, that can't return what he's taken from her. He's a predator. He's a monster. Okay, I'm like a lot of patriarchs. My thing is flip the switch on this shit. I'm tired of listening to it. You know, I'm sick of his ass. I'm sick of all the men out there that rip up and tear up women. We got people like Quiet Scales and Sister Devon. We have some very precious, we have a lot of precious women that should be protected. Men, black men that prey on women are enemies of our race more than the Klan or the Nazis. And to me, the hammer should fall on their ass so hard. And I don't care how many times it hits them. We can't have a situation where folks have no smoke for killer cops and foreign gangs and slumlords, but yet we got some justification for a dude to tap dance on a woman's head. Fuck all that. I can't work with it.
Right. Right. Now this is what, gentlemen, we are. Damn, we going on 3 hours here, but salute to everybody, man, rocking with us. This is a conversation. It's so real with over 170 plus in the building. This is a conversation. However, ladies and gentlemen, my brother Coke wanted me to share something with you. Brother Coke, let the people know what we're examining here, sir. What are we looking at?
Well, I might need to I would make an apology, but as we know, sometimes one of the worst things you could do is apologize on social media in front of everybody, because you really done lost in the court of public opinion, and they ain't gonna do nothing but pick Ron stepping over the carcasses. Then here come cancel culture to pick away at the rest of the bones like hyenas and vultures, and that's what's about to happen to them as well.
Then he got to deal with the Me Too. He got to deal with the Me Too.
Oh, Me Too. Thanks for the alley-oop, Twizzle. Because as we see here, Tamika Mallory, what is this? This is at the BET Awards. It seems like 4 years ago. And Tamika is sitting here saying, "Wow, Diddy, I love you," in all capital letters. My brother. And
you know what happens when a woman call a man her brother. You know what that means.
Yo, that smile looked evil as hell on Diddy. That smile looked evil as hell. Like zoom in on that grill, yo. You see that smile? That's like a devilish grin.
You see he got on red.
Man, I just see how I see it, brothers. That's crazy.
Look, and all caps again. I love our people, brother. I'm gonna pause right there just to give let it breathe and let Brother Negro chime in on that one, because Brother Negro, she said in caps, "I love our people."
Is she from the lineage? Is the question I would retort, because we know that Diddy may not be from the lineage. So my lineage,
Diddy and
then why would she endorse Diddy like that?
Tamika Mallory sold out.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on. Let Brother Q go.
He got a Lifetime Achievement Award from BET.
Hey, shout out to you, Brother Q. Shout out to you, Brother Q.
And I know it may hurt, but Diddy is from us.
Come on, Q. Stop trying to put that on our head.
Wait. Why you keep throwing this jacket on us? Why you keep throwing these half-breeds? This is the reason why.
Let me finish. Because we love the praise, but don't love the criticism.
It's hand in hand. Hand in hand.
Easy. Yeah, I hate this. I can't stand Q. He got to get a bomb or something. Hey, Q, man. Shit.
I mean, it's the truth. And the people that was amongst him, that was in these industry parties that knew of his behavior, they never checked it.
And I want to just chime in with Brother Q. We do too have domestic lineage-based scum, scammer, traitors, detritus, garbage, toxic waste. It needs to be dealt with the same way you and I all produce bowel movement and urine that has to be purged from our bodies or we'll die. I've got a Bible study to do in an hour, so I want to leave. But goddamn Diddy, goddamn all the scam, filth, nasty, degenerate music that all those folks are making. And when he made a reference to God, he was either talking about his alleged boyfriend Bloomberg or Clive Davis. To hell with him. To hell with everybody like him. I never bought this shit. I will never buy it. I can't wait until this nightmare of this dick hop music ends. I'm sick of it. I hate it. I pray to God, just make it all go away like this never happened.
Man, the honorable brother Dr. Short, y'all.
Well, Chef,
He sound like he's saying Diddy's not like us. That's what I can agree with that. Is Diddy not like us?
well, hey,
He's a one percenter.
hold on here, brother Negro. We got that on one way. So hold on. I love our people, brother Negro, because one way or another's, don't forget to turn on the all caps. We wills get free. I'll fight until my last breath. Glory be to God. And make sure you at BET at the end of it, or you won't be getting that cash. That check ain't gonna cash, Tamika. We don't make us tap Cadillac on the show.
Cadillac, yeah, tap Cadillac on the shoulder.
And people know that Tamika was trained by Al Sharpton. And remember how Al Sharpton's personal attorney was gang raped in his office on his birthday.
Wow.
And let us remember, let us remember all of these horrific things, how Al Sharpton turned his back and sold out Tawana Brawley, who was raped. I don't give a damn who doesn't agree with me. They raped that black child, and they had raped many other young women up in New York. God bless Alton Maddox and the other people that exposed it. She was too raped. The lawyer of Sharpton was raped. There's someone connected to Sharpton that shot a woman with a shotgun in 2018. And Sharpton's security officer's sister was assassinated from the U.S. Senate back in 2013. Remember, they all gave the standing ovation for the black woman to be shot down with the baby in the back seat? Connected to Sharpton. Sharpton doesn't have any use for black women. Sharpton and all these people are in on this stuff. And let me remind you, Sharpton says Asada Shakur to myself and others, Al Sharpton set her up to be killed on the New Jersey Turnpike. Al Sharpton is the biggest, most degenerate misogynist of all. And he is a disgrace. And so she was trained by Sharpton. They are agents. They hate our people's guts. And she's a feminist. And you'll find it's very interesting. There's a relationship between feminists and abuse of women. The feminists actually like when men abuse and rape women because it justifies their reason to get rid of patriarchy and manhood and family, because men are monsters, which is why men that are monsters, they don't come down as hard as a man who may tap someone on the titty and they would throw him in jail 50 years. And someone like Weinstein can rape for decades and they're trying to let his ass out. There is an alliance. They want men to be monsters and abusers. It justifies destroying the family, destroying manhood, womanhood, familyhood. I've got to leave you guys.
Salute to our brother Dr. Randy Short, ladies and gentlemen.
Dr. Short, you have a good Sunday, sir.
You too. Bless
Just to
you.
be clear, we will be brother Dr.
Okay, guys, I got to get ready. I got a Bible study to do. You guys take care. You know how to reach me. You can email me, wrandyshort@gmail.com, which is also my Zelle and PayPal link. If you want to send me a donation, you can do that via either Patreon, which is Dr. Randy Short, and you can send like $2 a month. That would be cool. Or you can send a Cash App, $ Dr. Randy Short. We are going to do a Angry Black Men's Book Club right after I finish Bible study. So I'm thinking maybe about 9, 10 o'clock, we're going to have a continuation of this book I've been looking at. It's called Tip of the Spear. We're going to be talking about Attica Riot. We're going to be talking about how people mistreated behind bars. I've got some stuff to move on this, get this done. We can't wait. I cannot wait. So we're going to be looking at Attica. We're going to be talking about the psychological war against black men and black people that's been waged. I look forward to doing that. So let everybody know I am back. Thanks to the wonderful sisters that encouraged me with herbs and all of that. Anemia, it's a beast if you've ever had it. That's why you haven't seen me much, just not feeling my best, but now I'm there. This is our book, Tip of the Spear, and I might just add, depending, I may just do a little bit of this, and I may add a little bit of this, Killing the Black Body, because sometimes reading the same stuff can bore the hell out of you. And of course, I have one other book by this same person, the only feminist whose books I buy, Torn Apart by Dorothy Roberts. These are some of the books I'm looking at. And this is another one which fits in with Torn Apart, which is Confronting the Racial Legacy of the American Child Welfare System. These are some of the things that I'm going to be reading from over the next few days. Share this, like it, put it out there. Of course, my channel's shadow banned, and I don't really give a damn. I'm going to keep doing what I do. If you're in the DC area, or if you're in the city of Denver, Dallas, Indiana, Indianapolis, New Orleans, if you're in San Diego, Los Angeles, New York, and other places, the film Tariq Nasheed's film Microphone Check starts, in fact, it starts in New Orleans on the 22nd, but on the 23rd, it's going to open up in many cities. If you're here in the DC area, I'm going to be at the premiere at the Miracle Theater on 535 M Street Southeast. It's near the National Stadium, not too close, but a couple blocks down, near the Navy Yard Green Line Station. If you don't drive, I'm a non-driver. It's going to be in Oakland, California. You're exactly right, Brother Pedagogy. It's going to be showing all over. It's going to be a worthwhile film to see. Let me just run down some of the cities for you so you'll know. It's going to be shown on the 22nd in New Orleans. On the 23rd, it's going to open in Chicago, Dallas, Indianapolis, San Diego, Denver, Los Angeles, Oakland, of course, Washington, D.C., and on May 25th, Atlanta, Detroit, New York City. Support Brother Tariq. And I want to remind everybody there's going to be a reparations rally in D.C. on the 15th of June. If you can, if you're not too far from D.C., show up. We had a good turnout in 2022. There should be a good turnout in 2024. I guess I'm one of the speakers. I'm on the literature. I hope I get to talk for more than 4 or 5 minutes. I hope I get at least, I think I could do everything I need to do in about 12 to 15 minutes. Anyway, good night. God bless you. Take good care of yourselves. Again, the Angry Black Men's Book Club, we are going to do something. Maybe I'll kick it off about 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30, and do a couple hours and try to finish about between 12:30 and 1. All right. Brother El Negro Hotep, hello, hello, hello. I see Brian Brown. I'm praying for him to you know what you gotta do, Brian Brown. Chris G, you be blessed, my brother. Bismarck, how you doing? Hi to everybody. Earth Angel, Jacob Jenkins, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching this. And for all my people here, Shay, Stanley Harris, all of you guys on this stream here, Coat Crew, Mr. N, 1976, hello, hello. It's best that you put your name. Good times, welcome. Let me stop here. I need to eat. Andre Davis, y'all be blessed. Of course, Quiet Scales, hug and kisses to you. Peace to all of y'all. I am out of here. Out of here, out of here, out of here. And expect to see more programs.